Everyone will be going mad because they're late again. We're live.
We are live.
We're live and late.
Okay, we are a little bit late. Sorry about that.
Nothing new.
What's new?
Yeah. Middlesbrough against Birmingham at Birmingham tonight. It's the championship game. We're going to cover, obviously, loads going on in the world as well. So let me just get the chat on there. But a little bit cosy tonight. I can see the chat already getting lively. Yeah, strange old situation, isn't it? We feel like we're on the verge of a global conflict here. I mean, imagine the outcry if the Pope had been hit by Iran or Russia or China with a...
Is that the equivalent?
Bunker. Well, he's probably higher. He's probably actually closer to God or Allah than the Pope.
The Iranian Supreme Leader was?
The Ayatollah Khamenei, yeah.
No
he
way.
would be classed as, like, yeah, he's next in line after God on earth, yeah, for them. So, obviously, if people believe in that, you know, and there's loads of them who butt the floor, as you know, so there'll be plenty who believe in it.
I've seen the Iranian people seem to be celebrating. Is that not right?
What Iranian people have you seen?
On Twitter?
Well, again, don't forget, we're going to see a snapshot of it, aren't we? I mean,
Yeah.
It will be what's pushed at you. I don't know. I'm not well versed enough in it. There will be an element. If you remember last year, about 18 months ago, obviously the Americans have been hell bent. Even, you know, I've seen a clip today, Hillary Clinton talking about, when she was the Secretary of State for Obama, talking about the lengths to go to if Iran didn't, start to behave itself. And obviously with Trump, you see now, there's absolutely no messing around with the fella. You know, if you look at, I'm going to go through the groups here that he's taken out. I've just taken a picture of it. If you're an Islamist, I think Donald Trump is a really bad person to be in charge of the world's biggest nuclear arsenal, because he's clearly got absolutely zero time for anybody who wants to fuck about with America, who have, Islam as the fundamental religion.
They're a nasty piece of work.
Well, he's just not messing around. And so you look at today, I'll have to go through this. So they've took out Khamenei, who's the supreme leader. You obviously had, if you remember Trump's first time round, when they took out Hassan Nasrallah, who was the Hezbollah guy. They've taken out Yasser Sinwar, who was obviously Hamas in Gaza. And I've got Mohammed Sinwar's taken out. I mean, you can go through them, chief of staff, like literally they're going through. You know, Hossaman Salamani's been taken out. I'm going through here, just going, like, where did they go from this? Where did the Iranians go? Like, they've got to do something about it. If Trump's, saying this could be a 4 or 5 week mission, he's been on the telly today saying, we'll do these in easily. These are getting webbed everywhere, giving a press conference, not even bothered. And people are forgetting, last week when we were talking about the State of the Union address, where he's going on about Ilhan Omar and he's calling them Somali pirates and he's getting in. He's done that absolutely calm, composed, knowing what they're about to do in the Middle East, what they're about to do in Iran. Yeah. So it kind of, the fact that they've taken him out, so it's almost like you're taking out the Pope during Easter. You've taken him out during Ramadan.
Is that how deep it is? Yeah, I didn't know that was that. Obviously, I knew it was heavy, but I didn't know.
It's probably heavier. I didn't
know how high he was seen, that Iranian fella. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, aren't they like categorised differently as well? Like I would never have had the Iranians down as like fundamental Islamists.
You're joking, aren't you? So you've got Shia and Sunni.
Yeah.
Obviously Saudi and all that are one side of Islam, and the Iranians are the other. But they're both Islamic fundamentalists, just different ways of doing it. Obviously the Saudis, Qatar, and Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain. Everywhere on that Gulf, on the other side of the Strait of Hormuz, has been experiencing missiles, and we had one of Noah's teammates from their footy is out playing in Dubai now, and he was sending us pictures, or seen pictures where he was saying like they were getting on their phones, stay inside, go in car parks, missiles are getting launched. So everybody in that area who's gone in for, there's loads of people, haven't they, gone there for the lifestyle, to obviously get rich sheiks to shit on your chest for a few shilling, or going out there for the tax-free element of it. Well,
porty potties, or what would they call it?
Well, that's the downside of it, isn't it? Yeah, that's the downside of it now. Is if you've bought, was Rio Ferdinand just gone out there? If you've gone out to there now with your kids, put your kids in school, you've just realised just how dangerous of a place that is to be. Because when you look at it and what surrounds it,
Yeah.
there's nowhere to go for them.
Well, that was my honest thought on it. I thought, like, why is Dubai getting involved, or why are they attacking Dubai?
Because they've got American military bases there, and they're basically saying, "Yous are fucking supporting the Americans. Yous are actually helping the Americans. So fuck yous."
So what I've seen is it's been a lot of drone attacks, and no one's actually died. Like, not one singular person has died.
What
So
are you
it
talking
seems a
about?
bit iffy to me.
Attacks in Iran or attacks
The
elsewhere?
attacks in Dubai.
Well, there's been a few places, haven't they? We don't know what they've blown up yet, whether it's military. Some have said they've targeted military bases. Some might be indiscriminate. Some are saying the missiles have been shot down, obviously leaving Iran and going elsewhere. They weren't going there, but they've been shot down by the missile defence system. You've seen in Kuwait, they shot down American planes because their defence system didn't register them and pick them up. So we don't know, and I have to be careful because I've seen loads of buildings that just showing nowhere there. There's just been someone saying, "Oh, they've hit the Burj Khalifa," and then you look and it's AI.
Yeah.
So there's loads of blag out there now. Obviously, all the fucking dickheads have got fucking, you know, the few of them I've got a few of them mates and family relatives, fucking dickheads who love these fucking AI videos and do all, and I'm like, great.
Yeah.
The novelty of the first photograph of like my granddad dancing or whatever is wore off, and now they just do all mad stuff with it. But if that's what you're into. But all these divvies are obviously doing it now with buildings in the Middle East and obviously revving everybody up. And the interesting thing for me is, I don't know whether you've seen this online today. Tonight in Manchester, it might be tonight or Wednesday night. There's an organised vigil. What would you call it? Where it's this is a Friends of the Islamic Centre of Manchester invite you to a candlelit vigil for the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Syed Al Husseini Khamenei. Wednesday the 4th of March at 8 p.m, Sydney Street, Manchester, M17HB. I think, let's think about this, yeah. Like, a man's been killed, right? We don't agree with their belief system or whatever, and they've taken them out. Their version of the Pope, taken them out. But he's a fucking Islamic fundamentalist. He's backward. He wants to live in the 7th century. Like, good that he's not here.
Is it true that
but is the regime going to fall? I don't think it will off the back of just one man. They'll just replace him with somebody else.
So we've all seen the pictures of Iran. Tehran is at the capital in like 1960s, 1970s, and that was westernized anyway, you could say.
Everyone was
like,
dressed in suits and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking like everyone bouncing around, looking like one of the Beatles.
Wasn't it like a holiday destination back in the day?
But
Iran?
so for this Ayatollah to come in, he is an advocate of fundamental Islam, which is like women in
they have the
burqas
mullahs
and that.
going round. Yeah, it's so. So this, for instance, I'll just give you the snapshot into him because he's. This is one of his policies. So when you see the left now, or people going on these vigils for this guy, lower that down. Going on these vigils for this guy. The left has lost its fucking mind now. So anything that's anti-Trump, they'll be supporting this fella, even though, he runs a fucking regime that would keep women as second-class citizens and would absolutely empty anybody who doesn't believe in what he believes in. They have, by proxy, attacked many and caused many, many problems in the world. So in 79, before the Shah was overthrown, which was a CIA coup, it was 100% destabilised that whole area, fucking about Americans in politics again. Obviously, the Islamic regime got in there, the Iranian Islamic regime got in and then sealed the country off. But interestingly, in 79, the Greens in Iran aligned themselves with these Muslims. Very, very similar what we just seen in Gorton and Denton and what we're seeing in this country. And lo and behold, fast forward, there's a famous picture. I'll try and get you the name of it up before I get it. I'll get you the name of it here. There's a famous picture. This is it here. That's the picture. Basically, in 79, the socialism with an Islamic face was what they ran on.
Send me it if you want that, I can show the chat.
Do you want me to send it?
Airdrop it to me that quick.
I'll airdrop that, yeah. So oh no, God, I've sent it to myself.
Thank you.
That's one sec. So they basically aligned with the left and with the Green and party, the Islamic Party, and the images there are Miriam Rafi on the right and Shahar Mohammadi on the left. They were later executed along with 20,000 other leftists. Mohammadi, the one on the left, she fled to Sweden where she lives today. So again, Every country is different and has different idiosyncrasies. I get that, and different patterns, but also there's a pattern emerging. Everywhere this religion goes, there's problems because they don't want to assimilate. They want you to change. They don't want to come in and adjust to your culture. They want you to go back to their 7th century man in the sky culture, and they're not going to settle until they've got what they want. And if they have to slowly creepy with Labour, as we're seeing Rachel Reeves today has come unstuck because it turns out Rachel Reeves has been pictured with a Muslim fanatic accused of spreading 9/11 conspiracy theories, and he also is a massive part of getting the vote in the place in Leeds that she's representing. So again, Labour hand in hand with Islamic fundamentalists to get this Muslim bloc vote, because as we've seen from Gorton and Denton, the papers are calling it a family vote. Oh, the family vote. You march in your bed and you all your females in your family down the finger and saying fucking tick that box there is not a family vote. That's vote rigging. That's illegal. You're forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do, and that's why they make the traction they make. Now, I don't know how we're going to stop it in this country, because it looks like, you know, they're already in positions of numbers in certain parts of the world. So we could well see if Restore get in, and I don't think, you know, Reform or whatever, if one of these parties are going to run, and we're seeing in Edinburgh today another immigrant, or allegedly, he might be a alleged immigrant.
Oh, he is?
Is he an immigrant? Allegedly, well, I'll just say allegedly, but he looks like, has obviously been going around doing mad stuff with knives. Has he stabbed people?
Stabbed
and
2 men and 1 woman. Then he's fled to his flat that he's being given, and he's barricaded himself in the flat, and he's overlooking the balcony, shouting down. The police are shouting at him. There's all the Scottish people there going mad.
I don't get why we don't just shoot him in the head.
That's what a few people said. Just shoot him. The police have got guns. Just shoot him there. Like they'll have a sniper there. If he's a weapon threat, just shoot him in his head.
Shoot him. They don't have to worry about deporting him. Don't have to worry about jail. Just shoot him straight in the head. At the end of the day, look, if you're illegally in, you're fucking around. If I'm in Brazil or I'm in Australia or I'm in America and I'm fucking around with knives, I'm pretty sure they shoot me on spot. You know, you've seen in America, I don't know if you've seen that in Texas, there's been a terrorist attack as we've come on here in Texas. So I don't know what's going on.
The fella had the jumper on, didn't he, saying property of Allah?
Yeah, well, the fact the police... I haven't seen the full thing of it, but I've seen the police speaking before, and they're in no doubt it's a terrorist, so whatever he's been saying and shouting. Anyway, they just shot him dead. Brilliant. Get rid of them. So I don't get why we fuck about with them. You know, unfortunately, if you're holding people hostage and you're fucking barricading yourself in, and just shoot them.
They're already crying mental health,
whatever,
apparently.
If you fucking just plug them.
They're already crying mental health about this fella who's done this, which is...
Well, of course he's got mental health. So what? So you can just stab people. You got mental health.
It doesn't give you any,
That's what they say,
any free reins.
Well, we had that with Lee Rigby when they went down the mental health one with that. We've had this with loads of other people. The mental health one.
Rapists.
Just put them away. Don't mess with it. Anyway, going back to the Ayatollah Khomeini, all right. This is how fucking sick this man is, right? And anyone who comes out and supports this fella in this country on the left, you want fucking off, deporting out the country.
Jeremy Corbyn's done it.
Corbyn done it. Well, fuck him off. And the reason being is Khomeini, all right? So if you've seen it in Iran about 18 months ago, all the girls were taking their headscarves off and they were getting rounded up and filled in and disappearing because the women were refusing to continue with this second-class kind of citizen and being covered up. So loads of young Iranian girls were rebelling and they were just being disappeared. So where was Corbyn to talk about that? Khomeini putting these girls in prison, all right? Before they were executed, he was getting them getting them raped because he didn't want them to get into
heaven.
So they were virgins, these girls who'd fingered, and he made the guards rape them so that they couldn't get into heaven because they wouldn't be virgins no more. So and then there'll be Western feminists here who were saying this is an unprovoked death, this is disgraceful because it's Trump, completely ignoring the fact that this man and this regime consider women to be below cattle.
Is that what is called suicidal empathy?
That is what you would call suicidal empathy. Now, these people have got it in abundance. You know, they're shameless in terms of they've got Trump derangement syndrome. They hate Trump that much that they can't differentiate from Trump doing a worldly good thing by taking out somebody Whether it stops and flips Iran over, I'm not sure, because it's still much more complex than that. But what it shows you with the Americans dropping these precision missiles onto these targets and eliminating them is, whoever comes in next, do you want this to fucking happen to you and your family? So whoever they replace the head of the snake with, whoever they fucking put in the hot seat, the Americans are now showing, whether this is in Israel, whether this is in Gaza, whether this is in fucking any place on this planet, if you fuck with us, we will take you out. So that Maduro, Iran, well, there's most of China's oil. That's most of the Chinese oil. So if China want to fuck about, which I think they are, and they want to try and take Taiwan, and they're playing these games in this big scheme, well, unfortunately, they've got the world's biggest military. Have you? Yeah, we've got no fucking oil. They're not going to go anywhere. Because how's everything going to move without oil? The Americans have got, obviously, their own oil assets in Alaska and everywhere else they pull it from in the Caribbean. And now they've just taken Venezuela's oil. And if they overthrow this government here and they put back in Ravi Pavala, who's the old Shah, he's done a message on Thursday telling the Iranian people to stay calm, go out in the streets, voice your protest, and then the Iranian regime have taken all the police off the streets and put their military, the people who would go and fight a foreign war, on the streets to kind of quell the uprising, because the Americans are stirring the pot in the background. The women throwing the thing off, that's the Americans saying, do you want to live in a fucking postbox for the rest of your life, or do you want to live like you used to, like your nan and granddad used to, when Iran was Persia and it was free, and you could, as a woman, you could develop, whereas since the Iranian Islamic fundamentalists have took over, women have become what they always become in the Islamic world, which is just breeding machines, second-class citizens, breeding machines, and they'll do as they're told when they're told, and if they don't like it, I'll just fucking marry another one. And it's also interesting, and this is why it's really interesting, because Muslim countries, because they got that first cousin marriage rate, 100 IQ is considered average. So average IQ is 100. Pakistan, 65% first cousin marriage, average IQ 81. Saudi Arabia, 58% first cousin marriage, average IQ 76. 54% in the UAE, 82. Iran's got 40% first cousin marriage, 80 IQ. And I can go on and go on. Everyone underneath that gets Yemen, Qatar, Oman, Syria, Turkey, Jordan, Egypt, Morocco. They all get significantly a little bit less in terms of cousin marriage, but also the IQ drops. So when you're going through it, you've got a country that has been a great country, Iran, Persia. It's a phenomenal. It's some of the stuff that come out of there in history. It's been at the forefront of science, and then you have this repressive mindset take over. This 7th century warlord who makes relationships with 6-year-old girls and then consummates the marriage when they're 9. And unfortunately, whether they like this or not, it's a very backward to us Western, people. It's a backward religion. It's something that we don't want any part of. And I know we keep bringing these people here and we keep allowing them, Sharia this and setting up the little enclaves here and there. And we're lucky where we live here because we don't have it. It doesn't exist around here. But you go into parts of Birmingham, parts of Manchester, parts of London, parts of Bradford, Leeds, etc. It's not the same. And the problem you've got here is they're hell bent on one way. They're saying, look, we're here to take over. We're not here to amalgamate. We will do well. We haven't got the numbers. We'll play the game. We'll lie dormant. We'll cook the books.
They go after the weakest link, which is the Green
isn't
Party,
a religion. It's a political ideology tied in with a religion. This is why it's so dangerous.
Josh, what's that thing?
And if you speak to people, Islam is there was a guy I think doing Liam Tuff's podcast the other day, a convert, a Western convert, and he's talking about how Islam, and he's like, well, hang on a second here, Islam's first. Islam. He says, I put Islam before myself. So it's like, how fucked up you are. Like, that's how far gone they are.
I've had a few 6 a.m. Uber chat, like when you get in at a late Uber or an early morning Uber home, you're having a good chat with the driver. And I cannot believe how fundamentally I'm trying to explain certain, probably should have done it at the time, but saying like, you can't agree with this, you can't agree with that. And they're not saying no. They're not saying
So,
yeah,
some
I
of the
believe
faults.
most of it, and I don't agree with that bit. They
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
all of it. It's like whatever goes in the book goes, including like
every
the
man in the sky for me.
teenage wives and all
Yeah.
that.
Every man in the sky for me has elements of danger to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just contrast the two prophets, so Muhammad and Jesus, and you just say, all right, look, I'm not believing any of them, but let's look at their lives and let's look what they did and what they preached and how they preached it. There's only one person to follow. Because one fella's talking about forgiveness, not harming anybody, helping people who are lepers or whatever. Don't even need enemies, they're going to kill me, I'm not going to do it. And the others are going, no, take them, kill them, take the wives as slaves, take all the stuff off. And you're going, hang on, who's meant to be, which one's meant to be this holy person that we're following? So we've had it before, and the thing for us now is the Americans aren't having it. The Americans just not having it. And the dangerous, the Yanks, listen, they're a dangerous firm because we know what's happened in Iraq, we know what's happened in Afghanistan, and it now looks really, really unlikely that they had weapons of mass destruction or that fucking anybody from Iraq or Afghanistan was involved in flying them planes into the towers, which was the precursor of going there.
But they got it done just to mobilise.
Well, they got the opium, didn't they, from Afghanistan, so they got control of the opium fields for Big Pharma, and they also got control of the oil fields of Iraq, and obviously... now they're going back for more. They destabilised Gaddafi. That was Obama and the Democrats. Don't forget, they took out Gaddafi in Libya. So the whole region has been destabilised by, not just the Republican Democrats, but obviously the both sides of the aisle in America. So it's, it's America as a whole. You have to say whichever variant they get into government there. They're very war orientated. I think a lot of their economy is war based, and big profits from Halliburton in Iraq is a huge thing in Afghanistan. So there's no doubt they're all over this conflict. Now, I can't see how they launch a ground invasion just because of the topography of Iran. In terms of the way it's set out in the mountainous areas of it, especially Tehran. It's kind of hidden in between kind of two mountain ranges, so a ground invasion is going to be really, really difficult, although the Israelis are talking about it today. So it is dangerous times. I don't know whether Iran are nuclear capable. They've been trying to be a nuclear capable country for a long time.
I don't think they are.
Whether but North Korea have got it. Now, you'd have to say it was the Russians or whatever, or Chinese who've put that there. So the Iranians seem to feel, or certainly the ones seem to feel, that there's some kind of technology that the Americans aren't accounting for, and they think there's going to be an opportunity to sink one of their aircraft carriers. They think they've got a technology that's going to do that. So we're going to have to watch the next space, because I think this is going to rev up. Like, this is going to rev up because after what's happened, there's no way. It's not just like the generals being taken out, which was Hassan Nasrallah. That's just an army general. It's sacrilege, and it could be a precursor to launch an invasion and a war. But now they've taken out the religious leader. The country either falls here or they fight back with everything they've got. Now, this is going to be key to how well gauged we are in the West about the people in Iran. Do they want to see the end of this regime, or is it just a few dissidents? Is this just a load of young girls who want to have their hair down and don't want to live in a burqa or whatever? Or is this the populace of the country? Because I imagine there'll be loads of religious fundamentalists, and especially in Ramadan, who believe this is an attack. This is what Allah has prophesied, and we have to take on this imperial fucking empire, this evil empire of America, and they'll be prepared to give everything for that. Or is the swell of public opinion in Iran of, we've had enough of this fucking tyrannical regime for the last 45 years, and we want to go and have a different look at it. They're talking about bringing the former Shah, Razav Pahlavi, him back.
He's like bloodline, isn't he?
He's saying he's going to their royal family, because they want to go what we've got in the UK back to what he's saying. They want to implement a constitutional monarchy on the road to a democracy, because obviously now at the minute it's a religious fundamentalist regime, isn't it? So it's a strange time for the world. Also, a big thing for me was how fucking pathetic our governments are. Two things have happened. Obviously, they're talking about missiles landing in Cyprus. So we haven't got any of our naval ships to protect Cyprus, which is obviously a huge strategic air force base for the UK. So it's only off the coast of obviously Israel and that. We've not moved any of our naval warships into play, right? No, why? Because we haven't been told about this. Because they don't trust Starmer and this government, they don't trust us because of our links with China, and it looks like the Chinese are infiltrating us, and they don't like them. So we have not been made aware of this. So we haven't got any of our security assets to protect our naval bases or our territories, or even back them up should the shit hit the fan, anywhere near a position, because we are in the dark. Starmer's, so they've bombed Iran on, say, Friday night, wasn't it? Was it Friday night when we were here, they bombed Iran?
What bases and what, like...
Yeah, Friday day.
What do we have? Like Cyprus?
Google
Greece?
it.
Yeah, well, it's everywhere. Malta, we'll have naval bases everywhere, because it's obviously a launch pad into the Middle East, or it's a launch pad to... All the recce flights that the left and the Green Party are slagging Labour off to get the Muslim vote over, all them forays over Israel by the British Air Force as kind of reconnaissance in Gaza were done from the Cypriot bases. So the fact that I think some missiles have been launched at Cyprus, don't know where they've come from, Lebanon or whatever, but actually we've got none of our naval assets there to protect it, because we are so far out of the loop. So the Iranian bombs get dropped
Bahrain.
by Bahrain. The US drop the ordnance on Iran on Friday, and we don't have a meeting about it till the Monday. Like it takes our government till the Monday. So this is how far. So I don't like Tony Blair and I don't like David Cameron and all that. But if anything was going on like that, they're privy to that information, just so, because we're allied with them and they know whatever's going down, we're going to be in coalition with them. The fact that we're not, these haven't even been aware, shows you how much of a tit they think this fucking Keir Starmer is. We're not even in the conversation. Like we're just a complete irrelevance, because we've got imbeciles, idiots in government. And when you see the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the monetary woman, and she's sitting in April 2024 with Rashid Khatana, he's somebody who's an extremist. He's an Islamic extremist who's in this country, and she's caught multiple times, pictured with him, doing videos with him to get his vote, because he's big in her constituency, to get the Muslim vote. And this fella wants nothing. So this is someone who's on the front bench of Labour, who doesn't even have the fucking bandwidth to understand that you're getting the votes off as somebody who's a religious fundamentalist, who as soon as they get the numbers will fucking do you in, or do everything that you stand for in. And how many more of these imbeciles can Labour have in the top echelons of power in their government, and not be seen as a laughingstock by the world? This is the reason we're in the dark. And if anything fucking goes on, we're not in the know, because we've got imbeciles in positions of power. Imbeciles. And obviously, even worse than that, imbeciles who are cozying up to religious fanatics who are hell-bent on
just to gain the
removing
vote.
us to get the votes. And we've seen with the Grooming gang, you weren't here Friday, but Raj is on saying...
Listen back though, it was brilliant conversation.
I think we've been shadow banned on that.
100% on YouTube.
Because obviously no...
So what I'm going to do...
on the title.
Yeah, well, possibly. But since it has, I'm going to put it on Twitter tomorrow. You can put it on Twitter as a full video. Just to get people to see it, do you know what I mean? And then Raj can share it too.
It's more Raj's...
Because the stuff he was saying and the facts he was saying it's scary, and it's not nice to listen to, but it also needs listening to at the same time.
So what's his background then, Raj's?
So he was
not like the full
counter-extremist, did he say? He was 20 years.
Counter-extremism, yeah.
So he looks
British, like first generation
he actually
immigrants.
retired, and he said he thought he was done working, and then all this stuff happened, and he's been doing it for the last 7 years. There's been going on.
Counter-terrorism.
He was doing counter-terrorism, I think.
No,
counter-extremism.
Counter-extremism.
But it's his own, like it's not for the government, obviously.
No, yeah, he was working.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat's not watched that, we had a chat with
he was
a guy called
working.
Raj Mia.
So he was, and again, he'd seen stuff going on, and then obviously seen stuff going on locally to him, and then ends up getting on that, and then it's just become, he said, the last 7 years. But they've hounded that man. They've tried everything because they want this burying, they want this putting away. They don't want this out. They do not want what's gone on here, which is, a colossal industrialised rape and pillage of young vulnerable
300,000,
white girls.
they said, I think.
Right. There's a girl on that Sammy Woodhouse has put on today, someone's testimony, And they said to her, how many fellas have raped you, this young girl? And she said, hundreds and hundreds. So this is not just a load of nonsense, a load of beasts knocking around. Just put that there. So,
mate.
this is something, as I say, which is designed completely and utterly.
Yeah. But this is it's been designed and been in the making for what?
I don't
10,
care what
15
anyone
years.
says. This is religious. It's religiously motivated. The young white slags. It's why you keep seeing that Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips roll out every time there's a big bit of political or media noise around it. They roll them out because it says, oh yeah, they're quite posh, them too. So that means all white girls are slag, because if like they're middle class white, they're quite prim and proper. Look
It's
at
like propaganda.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's to put in your head that white girls, even if they've got a posh accent, or even if they present as, if you seen both of them out, you wouldn't think they were two fucking absolute slags, would you?
Never seen them.
What I'm saying, when you look, have you never seen them? Well, if you've seen them on the telly or whatever, you would know. All right. So the thing about it is, because they don't speak with working class accents, and they're not seen as, working class girls. They're kind of seen as kind of middle class almost. And then you go, oh my God, they're absolute wrong-uns. And it's to get into your mind. So when you see this, you go, well, they're slags.
Yeah.
These white girls are slags. And these are worse, because these are kids who are in care homes, who were taking drugs and getting them addicted to drugs and all that. But like it's the heaviest shit you're ever likely to see.
Yeah.
And the reason being is, it's fucking race related. It's absolutely targeting them on the fact that their religion and their culture says you can take these as sex slaves. These are infidels. These are kafir. These are people that are less than you. It's actually your fucking duty to do this to them. And when you look at how much of it's happened, and you look at where it's happened, why it's happened, who it's happened to, you can be in no doubt.
The fact that they're trying to get rid of all the files, the core files, which is clearly that has to be illegal. And a misuse of like
Raj said he
being in
thought
public office.
the police were involved. They were escorting them around and stuff. It's like it's
not
deep. It
about
goes so deep.
Without allegedly, you have to say allegedly, because we don't
allegedly,
know.
of course.
Mad game this, by the way.
Rupert Lowe in Rupert Lowe's inquiries, a witness gave testament to say, she was trafficked in police cars, in the back of police cars, because there was obviously police officers who were of the Muslim persuasion who were in on the act. Now, if that's the case, now, by the way, look, there's rogue police officers, fucking every race, every religion. You look at that Wayne Cousins who killed the girl. He wasn't a Muslim. He's obviously a white fucking police officer, probably a Christian. Still killed that girl and picked it up as a police officer. So it's not about that, but it's the fact that these things aren't going to be investigated. It's kind of like, oh shit, it's like, let's just pretend it never happened. It's like, no, you can't do that, because if you do that, you're setting the table for a race war. You are setting the table for the EFO Nats and them to just go, anyone who's brown is bad, and they're going. Because if you can't differentiate, you go, well, all the Muslims are going to have to go then, aren't they? And I don't know whether you've seen the video doing the rounds. I sent it on to the users. It was in our Telegram group. It was Nick Griffin, the former what's he called?
Britain First, wasn't it?
What do you call that? BMP? What do you call it? BP or something like that? What's that group called? UKIP. Like UKIP. What's the BM?
Yeah.
Can't think of the name of them.
Or something like that.
No, they were like B. What are they called? Fucking hell.
Someone in the chat will
BNP, the British National Party, no?
Was it BNP, was it? Yeah, it might have been BNP. Just put Nick Griffin in there.
But that's why, don't you think that's why as well, that the term far right has just been used that much?
Yeah, the
over
BNP,
the last decade?
BNP.
Like everything is now just labelled as far right protests, when it's actually people who are just genuinely cared about the kids.
Well, again, people who don't want to understand it, it's just easy to say, that's what they are. It's like...
But the press's use of it, it's like everything is now labelled, isn't it? What you'd see is a bit of a common sense belief in, or wanting to protest against something.
Well, this is the thing. If we just looked at it objectively, we say, all right, look, we've gone down the liberal path for the last 20 years, right? Where we've gone, right, no problem with people being gay, no problem with people being gay getting married, no problem with people being gay adopting kids, no problem with transgenders using all that. So we've done all that, and we've got loads of CCTV, and we've spent loads of money on surveillance. Do we feel any safer? Is the country any better? So for all your left-wing stuff of inclusion and diversity, is everybody in the country, if you're analysed and ask everyone in the country, are we happy with what's going on, they'd all go, no, it was fucking well better 20 years ago. You know, it wasn't perfect 20 years ago, but it was certainly well better. You know, the cost of living, etc., everything you've got, we're well worse off. Like I said to you, that the only way I think this country changes is, you know, we get at the ballot box a massive change. Like somebody like Restore, I've read there, I don't agree, you know, I probably won't vote this election because I'm disenfranchised from politics at the minute, but you'd got their manifesto, whatever. I think Rupert Lowe's put that out today, and it's quite black and white. If you want to vote for them, this is what we're going to stand for. The problem is, when you vote for them, are they actually going to do it? So everyone's pinning their hopes to how Reform are going to come along and change it. And you know my feelings on Farage. I think he's a fucking absolute imbecile, like who just... Well, you know, he's basically diet Tory, which I've said, yeah, he's desperate to be a Tory, desperate to fucking be a Conservative, but desperate to be part of the establishment, but obviously won't ever be. And then on the other side of that, you've got, if you watch the Gorton and Denton, I was looking at that Hannah, what's her name, Hannah Spencer. Yeah. You know, and they were all slagging it off, going, "Oh, she's a plumber," which she's not. Turns out she's not. Turns out she works in the. She doesn't actually.
It's so fake.
She was making out that
and a plasterer.
Well, she was making out that she'd have to let customers down and all that because she's on a thing, which is just... So I was like, oh, I just took her at face value, thought, you can't lie about that. Then it turns out she is lying about it. Now, she's done well for herself, so she's, you know, middle-class girl who's had a decent family and done all right for herself, so you can't knock her for that. But the problem you've got is when they start telling little fucking white lies about who they are and what they represent, as if they're this kind of rags to riches kind of working class person who's made it. And when I was looking at it, I thought... Because Polanski... whatever his name is, that fucking, the tit whisperer, he was a Lib Dem. Obviously, the Lib Dems got flattened for lying with Nick Clegg and that fucking firm of maggots. But Nick Clegg gets a boss job at Google or whatever because he sold everybody out to get in position. Then what happens is, the tit whisperer flips over, goes Green Party. Good chance for Birmingham, yeah. Oh, good block. And then he ends up having to go to the Greens, and he's going on the big surge now as the leader of the Green Party. And I was looking at this Hannah Spencer, whatever her name is, and I was thinking, they've gone for Diet Angela Rayner. So she's got like a working class, you know, Manchester accent, even though it's not, if you're from that area, you can tell if you've been in that area as well, it's not the fucking common accent there, it's a lot fucking posher than the common accent. Ginger, you know, empowering feminism, she's got her dogs with her and all that. And it's to sell this fucking story to these white liberal women who
will just get behind it, just on that story.
So they're going, oh yeah, she's one of us, girl power. She's standing up to Reform and them racists. And in the midst of that, the fucking Islamic bloc vote comes in and takes you out. Because if you were true feminists, surely you'd be voting for the most impressive female leader, who was Kemi Badenoch. Like, I'm not saying, but she's only got 700 votes at Tories. So people clearly are voting on who the leader is, because, you know, Badenoch's been all right as Tory leader.
She speaks so well.
But again, I think she's another Trojan horse, isn't she? Yeah. Because, you know, she's a black woman, and you go, oh, don't vote for the racists. For Reform, vote. So I'll tell you what, we'll vote for the brown woman, because she's a woman and girl power and all that. So when you look at it, they're not as fucking stupid, these people, as you think. They're not as... I think they do set 4 and 5 year plans, and they do put psychological operations into the ether, you know, for sure. You know, this rise in, you know, anti-Semitism to get rid of Jeremy Corbyn out the Labour Party. You know, who believed for 1 minute that Jeremy Corbyn's an anti-Semite? He's actually... I don't like what he's on about. You're saying that he said he's supported Ayatollah Khomeini or something. Yeah, he's
not supported him, but he's condemned the attack on Iran, basically, which is maybe it's not the same thing, but...
Someone just sent a score over to us here.
I haven't even been reading that.
Nicky Coyne, Trump's not perfect, who is, but he's taking the fight directly at the heart of radical Islam.
Nicky, do you know what? Based on what he's done, I don't agree with what he's done, and I do think he's a madcap, but someone has to. I never ever thought, you know, war with Iran would be a good thing, and I still don't. I don't think the Iranian people are bad people. They've obviously been held captive by a regime that has obviously controlled every aspect of their life, and you know, they're living in a kind of North Korean type world. But I think the Iranian people are, you know, I don't see them as it is a great chance. Oh, it's a goal. He looked offside, you know.
Matt
Target.
Target.
He looked a yard offside, but I don't know whether he is.
Ex-Villa.
Oh, yeah. Good finish, to be fair to him. The Iranian people, you know, could well be, as I say, a people that doesn't want Islam and doesn't want to, you know, practice it. Now, are all people who follow Islam bad people? No, but loads of bad people do follow Islam.
Josh?
No, well, that's what I was saying before about the Uber drivers. Like, if you actually do get a chance to sit, like, chat with one, which I did, and I was saying, you know, you can't surely, you know, follow everything in that book. And they were like, well, no, yeah, everything in the book
They pick,
goes.
some of them, the more moderate ones will pick and choose. They go, you know, and there is, listen, I've played with loads of moderate Muslims who, you know, we're Christians, but we don't practice everything we're meant to do. Don't go and get Holy Communion and all that all the time. You know what I mean? You're the kind of lapsed Christian, aren't you? Or, so some people are more religious than others. There's certain lads I know whose families are religious who will have different customs. So there'll be the same in Islam. There'll be people who follow it absolutely, and people who, you know, dip in and out of it, and people who have to because of the family and fucking take no notice of it. So there'll be that right across the board. But the issue you've got is here, if they put in, you know, anti-Islam rhetoric or legislation, you know, Islamophobic creeping into the lexicon, then how are you gonna challenge? How are you gonna question stuff? You're not allowed, like, you're gonna be handcuffed with speech again to not. You should be able to criticise every religion, every bit of it, and it should stand up to it. If it's the right way and it's the true path, it should stand up to introspection and criticism. What it shouldn't do is just drawing a cartoon of Jesus, have you? Right, I'm going to come into your office with an AK-47 and kill you all, which we've seen in fucking Charlie Hebdo in France. We've seen the Black Bataclan massacre in France. And for me, there's just far too many incidents of it. So look, there's 54 countries, 57 countries that practice Islam. If you want to practice Islam, no problem, whichever variant of it you want. Sunni, Shia, a little bit more moderate in other places. Go there and practice it. I wouldn't go there and start saying, right, we need to start building churches here, and right, we're taking that mosque and building a church. And I wouldn't start trying to pray in their thing and going, I know, my bird's getting the tits out on the beach in Dubai because we're from fucking England. You adjust to their customs. Now, we're just soft and weak as fuck. So it's massively refreshing for me to see a regime toppled who are obviously in the you know, they suppress people. If you're a woman in Iran, I don't know how any woman can be against what Trump's done here.
Just going back to here, and, you know, whether we think it's an invasion or a planned invasion, what do you think? It was a case of immigrants coming over, getting used to our state, just absolutely boxing everything for them: free house, free food, free travel, free education, or do you think they've been brought over?
Well, look, we're from Liverpool, aren't we? So you grow up Liverpool, right? We're Thatcher's thing, yo. They're anti-establishment. You know, people going, there's a claim there. Want a claim? Yeah. Fuck the system. Working and claiming the dole and all that, because that's the way the mindset was. I remember it as a kid. There was a load of people who were like, on the dole, I'm getting it. Because they'd like, fuck the government, fuck the system. And also, what happens then is someone goes, hey, don't do that, do this, because they get wise to it, or there's a little fiddle here, or there's a... And then that same thing is happening in that community. They've come in and gone, watch this. Yeah. I told you was it Rochdale, the amount of mosques? And there was like 10,000 mosques because they were registering the house as a mosque because it's a Muslim place of worship and they didn't have to pay council tax. Yeah. So obviously one of them's got onto that and gone, by the way, as you would, there's a bend on here. So you can't blame them for taking advantage of the system. You have to blame the system for being so porous and allowing it to be gamed. It's the same in America. You just seen in Minnesota, this Ilhan Omar. You know, they've been doing it with child.
They've been marrying the
She married the brother to get him a green card, allegedly. But also, they've been setting up daycare centres and all that. And then all the people to move people. But they haven't actually even been really people there. So they've staked them out and gone, you're claiming for like 10,000 people there. And there's been 40 people who've come.
No way.
They've just basically committed billions of pounds worth of fraud. And then she's pissed Trump off. And then Trump's just gone, is this how it is it? Right, I'm going to fuck your world up for you. So she's at the point where I think she gets deported from the States.
Is she the one who was heckling them? Reagan, that speech
But he
last
set
week.
it up. He set them up. He set them up an absolute treat. Because then you look at it and you go, you're sitting there with a headscarf on. You've not stood for Irina Zarenska. You've not stood for the soldier who got the Medal of Honor. You've not stood for Charlie Kirk. And then you've not stood when he's gone, are you putting American citizens before illegal aliens? The Democrats never stood. So she's then shouting back, and he called her a Somali pirate or Somali pirate. She's got the headscarf on. Another one's sitting there next to her with bins on, another fucking lefty loony with fuck ICE badge on. Now, ICE is Barack Obama's Democrat Party is ICE company, the ICE arm, shot 75 people dead. Trump's has shot 2 dead, and you've not heard, when Obama's had ICE, they've been deporting
There's
people.
been like all kinds of like, what would you call them? It's like at the Oscars and all that, all the celebrities are trying to push forward these kind of like political fucking, I don't know what you call them, political fucking speeches, political protests. Where
it's just a virtue signaling, isn't it?
every kind of Hollywood or kind of like a big event in America, look at the Super Bowl as well.
Well,
Ice
I'm
got slammed.
surprised. I'm trying to send you something. I'm surprised.
I've got
you
it.
got it.
If you want to talk about it.
I'm surprised that more haven't been out going, because they've got Trump derangement syndrome. That more haven't been out in support of what's going on in Iran here. Like, it'll be interesting to see as it shakes out over the next few weeks. Because I do think there's going to be 5 or 6 weeks here where this is going to get heavier and heavier.
You've got
To the point where I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of, I don't know whether you've seen, Israel have been using that laser beam. I need to take stuff out. That directed energy weapon, which people was like, it's the tin hat merchants again. Well, there's video footage of it taking missiles out. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People of Maui and Hawaii, obviously the blue roofs and all that stuff, kind of people saying it was a directed energy weapon. And then, when you look at, the situation there, I mean, who knows? Because it could be tit for tat. There's going to be an exchange here, and honestly, we could be
aren't they in the
imminently in a plot where
in the
nukes
midst
go
of it?
off, where the nuke goes off here.
Aren't he in the World Cup? Iran?
Yeah.
Qualified for
Yeah.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
Iran,
70 days they play in America in the World Cup. Yeah.
So what side, isn't it? America, Canada and Mexico. That's where the
Yeah.
World Cup's based. So surely America can't just kick Iran out if...
Lad, you wouldn't be going that
Mexico
World
and
Cup.
Canada aren't allowed
No
anyway,
way, they're
are they?
going. There's
Also,
no
they
way.
just took out El Mancho
Yeah,
or whatever. They just took out
even-
the leader of Mexico.
Yeah.
Even Mexico, like it's all. I think something's going to happen with the World Cup.
Well, that's just where I'm
Do you think
saying.
it'll get
where-
cancelled?
No, he's come out and said, the tickets are thing going, and then they've been selling all the tickets again because no one's buying the tickets. They're not buying. They're not going because they're overpriced.
Oh, fucking
And everyone's,
Yeah, a grand a ticket, isn't it?
well, they're overpriced, and also you go, well, I'm not going to watch fucking a game in Mexico City because it's lawless at the minute.
Yeah.
They've took out the El Chapo's fucking next one
What are you
in.
doing?
Menchy mensch.
It was interesting also, and this says a little bit about the ideology. So this is they say, don't they, and it, someone was quoted it before. I don't want to bastardize the quote, but they said basically, I'm not even going to say it actually because it will get me bad. It will probably get a fatwa put out on my head. If I say it will actually probably get me targeted by some Islamic fundamentalists.
Let's not say it. Let's not say it.
I'm not going to say it. But anyway, I'm going to say this, and I've sent you that picture, haven't I?
Yeah.
Noel will put this up now. So the Iranian state media, obviously Khomeini getting killed, put up a picture. And if any picture ever summed you up, the mindset of these people like that we are at war with, I think we are at war with. We're at theologians would argue we're at war from a religious aspect. I think culturally we are at war because they want to live a completely different way to us. They want completely different things. Even the way they kill their animals is completely different to the way and then they want to force it on us, and everything's got to be halal. And the Iranian state media have put up a picture of Ayatollah Khomeini today, of him in heaven.
Is this real?
Yeah. And the picture depicts him sitting with loads of young girls around him. Have you put the picture up there?
Yeah.
So this is their version of he's done everything he's achieved. Now we've just killed an 87-year-old religious leader in Ramadan, and their response to that is this is where he's going. He's arrived. He's done his job. He's cracked it. Surrounded by little girls, and again it proves to me that it's a pedo cult. Whichever way you want to look at it. They don't. There's no qualms. If there's grass on the wicket, they're playing cricket. There's no fucking qualms with these fellas. And you can, not everyone's like that. Yeah, no problem. But there's enough of them that are. So no, not for us. You want to practice that, button the floor, right? You're going to have to butt the floor off this island. Or we're going to have to put you in a little sanctuary. Like the Chinese have done with the Uyghur Muslims, haven't they? They just carted them all off and just said, you want to be a Muslim, do you? Right, we're going to put you in that concentration camp or gulag, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, but you don't hear all of them kicking off over the Uyghur Muslims. To be fair to Mesut Ozil took the course on, but has subsequently disappeared from the fucking public discourse for it. We lost a load of sponsors and that, but he was outspoken about it, and he's a practicing Muslim, and Christians being killed in Nigeria, you would expect Christians to be up in arms about it.
The world's fucking madness.
Well, this was a madness. This was a madness, and I'm going to change it back to footy here because we've spoke a lot about Iran there, and I'll get into the chat in a bit. This was a madness, and I think it's in the territory of blasphemy.
Need a blasphemy button.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. The man with the world's biggest nostrils, who's half man, half anteater. He's got anteater's nostrils anyway. Hasselbank, right, has come out. Bear in mind, this cunt was England fucking betting manager. Played 6 centre-halves. Dog, horrible football. England assistant coach, because they needed someone to keep the fucking pressure off them, because they didn't have, you need that black coach. The one who's just been fired out of a cannon at Spurs with Thomas Frank, who's the great black hope with Cochrane or whatever. See you later, he's gone. He's that good that he's fucking been legged by Igor Tudor. And you had, obviously, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank in there as the token black fella on the England staff, even though he's Dutch. He's come out and said, you're not hearing this wrong, what's his name? Bakayoko Saka. Bakuro. How'd you say his name first?
Bakayoko. Is it what is it?
Bakayoko.
Bakaro
Saka. He's backing him to win the Ballon d'Or.
Bayachel.
All right? So he said... Saka from Arsenal.
Who scored 1 goal from open play all season.
He's backing him to win the Ballon d'Or this year, ahead of Harry Kane and Declan Rice. He thinks he's England's best chance of winning it.
He's got 5 goals in 25 games.
Should never be allowed on Sky. Get him off Sky. Get him far away from the English national team or anybody who might play for England as possible. And if he carries on as blasphemy, tell him he's going to get deported back to the Netherlands. Go and smoke the wacky backy in Amsterdam.
Do you not think that shows that he's not watching football?
He's a fucking imbecile.
Like he's just saying stuff just to say it.
Playing paddle with
John Terry.
Arsenal at the top of the league.
He's saying it because he's black. He's saying it because he's black.
And you seen
because you can't be saying it based on his fucking form, because he's been way below par. I do
5 goals and 4 assists.
I do think he's a brilliant player.
2-0 target again.
He's on fire. I do think he's a brilliant player, Saka, but he hasn't had his best season. He's been poor this year by his own standards. But you can't be talking about him winning the fucking Ballon d'Or. Arsenal again, set police FC, aren't they?
Yeah.
How bad's the Prem at the minute?
Yeah.
Even Liverpool set play. I've watched Liverpool the weekend, set play FC.
It's not set play FC.
Everyone just
we scored 2, to be fair. We've got the least, but Arsenal, that Arsenal Chelsea game, all 3 goals were from set pieces.
But have you seen the picture of Saliba with his hands around João Pedro, both arms around him?
Got him
How's that not a pen?
No.
And the one on Declan Rice?
How is that not a pen? If Tarkowski's is a pen at Leeds, right?
It's definitely a
How's
penalty.
Declan Rice's not?
It is.
No, it's fucking 2-tier refereeing.
They're getting it, and by the way, we know that because the fucking sending off in the Manchester United Crystal Palace game was a disgrace.
Horrendous.
I don't think it's a pen. I do think he pulls him, but when you get pulled like that, why do your feet stop working? Why do your feet stop working? Yeah. So Kuna's exaggerated it, gone down. It looked like the contact started outside the box.
But then he fell when he gets in the box. Like when he's half let go of him, it's fucking bad.
Well, I had Man United in my coupon, so I was wanting them to win, but also I thought it's going to be touch and go for the pen. When I seen the red card, I was like, oh my god, the game has officially gone. If that's a red card, it was a harsh pen, but not a fucking red card to back it up.
No,
2-tier refereeing.
I'm going, if that's down the other end, right? Harry Maguire ain't getting sent off for that.
Yeah,
There's no
chance.
way if Harry Maguire gives that pen away on Strand Larsen, he gets sent off. And while we're on the finger of it, Al Slabhead, what's he up to? What's he doing there? You seen it where the lad goes to kick and he's about 6 metres from him?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And he fucking throws himself on the floor trying to get the kid
Absolutely
sent off.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw himself on the floor, does he? But he's like,
Do you know what?
Yeah. I hate him.
I hate him.
Hate him.
I actually hate you, Harry Maguire. Now I hate you because you're little grass. And I see him. He's the one who gets the lad sent off. He runs up. He's like this to the ref.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
always
thought,
had it.
crying. You were crying on the telly because you had the fucking minor skirmish in Mykonos. Fucking threw a few fucking tea cloths around. You're crying doing a fucking... I've done it. You fucking big shitbag. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for what's going to happen to you shortly. The refs are going to fucking stop giving you everything like they are giving you, and you're going to be exposed in that back line, because the minute they get high on the pitch, old slabhead is a fucking problem for them. And the fact that you're at grass, the fact that you're running up to referees, the fact that you're faking injuries, and I know everyone now be jumping on it, going, oh, what about you at Lincoln when they think, yo, that Reed, I did run into his arm. Listen, I did exaggerate. I was trying to get the fat baldy cunts off, because you're fat baldy cunts. But he did touch me, where Maguire doesn't get touched by it.
Like, not even, it's fucking a foot away from his face.
It is something I'm ashamed of, because I go, fucking hell, you know what I mean? But also, you know, I didn't like the Cowleys, I didn't like Lincoln, and I couldn't give a fuck to do it at a non-league side. I'm like, I use it a bunch of cunts, so everything's on the table here, and standing on his toes, and then he's obviously, I thought he might have looked at the red card to the ref. Obviously it didn't. He didn't even book him. And then everyone's having a go at me, going, oh, he's trying to get a non-league player sent off. I'm like, yeah, fucking right. I'll get me Nan sent off if I had to win an FA Cup tie. Sorry, Nan. You got to get an early bath. It's just them's be, innit? Do you know what I mean? You can't go on having feelings for people while you're trying to win.
Yeah, referee weren't at that fucking gimp as well. He got everything wrong in the Villa Newcastle game. What's this game?
Kavanagh?
No. Chris Kavanagh, that's it. Yeah.
Chris Kavanagh, yeah. And again, you know, he showed how poor he was when he didn't have the VAR. Yeah. But he had the VAR yesterday. And then I do honestly believe there's a natural bias towards the big clubs in every country.
100%.
Because they want to... I've seen the refs, they want a jersey, they want a fucking referee there. You know, Fergie, if Fergie used to light them up, they wouldn't put the ref back on the game, and then the refs got it. So they were dead nice, because they want to keep Fergie on board.
They want to be on...
Spoken by true Everton fans.
So, Liverpool, good win for you. You were at the game Saturday.
I went to the game. So you say good win. On paper, it was a good win, 5-2. It could have been 5-5 easily if West Ham had a better striker. But Liverpool are all over the place defensively, like absolutely all over the place. Hard to watch. Even offensively. Well, lucky West Ham are just terrible. They deserve to go down after watching them on Saturday. I hope they go down.
I hope they go down because
of fans
who
as well.
Them.
Fucking love Spurs to go down.
It's not to the fan, by the way. This West Ham fan's not against yours.
Fuck yous.
Yeah, I actually want you to go down now, because I don't know whether you've seen the news doing the rounds. So I know we can't comment on it, but their owner
David
might
Gold?
or might not be
On the files?
Oh, have you not seen it? He's got an injunction out. I only know it because there's a guy on Twitter who's because he's in Scotland, they can talk about it, even though I think he said he's been told by X to stop it.
Right.
But under investigation, allegedly, for the...
Airy?
Yeah, with young ones, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, saying that, I'm not like utterly shocked by it, to be honest.
Well, it got an injunction out, so I don't know what's going on with it, as I say. But I've seen a few people talking about it, and I'm going, do you know what? Maybe West Ham have to get relegated for them to get rid of him. And then, they build themselves back up again. Nothing against West Ham and the West Ham fans, but...
Surely that'd be the end of them anyway, if they even get a sniff of it being true.
Well, he's obviously in the proceeds of figuring that out, aren't he? Because there's allegations. He's a former... Was he the Sunday Sport? I know you were a subscriber. You used to get it delivered, didn't you, every day, the Sunday Sport? But, wasn't that their paper? And they were in the Frankie Vaughan industry, weren't they? Sullivan and Gold. Is that not where they've come from? So I don't know what's gone on there.
Do you know what?
But again, it's all allegations at this moment, but it's not good for West Ham, that. You're about to get relegated and your owner's under pressure from the authorities.
I don't mind West Ham now. Like, I've never been able to stand them. Sullivan, Gold, and fucking, what's the fat wench called?
Brady.
Karen Brady.
Yeah, she's a nuisance.
Like, when they were watching Birmingham now, and they were at Birmingham, they were discussing them, but I don't mind West Ham. Can you see Forest coming back?
Do you know what? Forest were like, as I say, like that European game. I backed Brighton, and I was surprised to see, obviously, it being that tight. I thought Brighton would come on. They were winning 2-1, but I thought they'd finish the game stronger. They'd managed to get over the line. And Forest, they've got to start winning games. Spurs got beat again. Fulham are Spurs out the woods. Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't think this Tudor, he's had the fucking worst start ever, hasn't he?
No.
They're going to replace him.
They've got the Champions League to contend with.
I can't, like, I seen Harry Redknapp throw his cap in the ring. He probably would have been a better option than Igor Tudor. Like, if it worked for Harry, know his strengths and his weaknesses, but coming in that kind of firefighting role to try and lift you towards the end of the season, knowing a relegation scrap, you probably, what the fuck's Igor Tudor got in common with Tottenham, or what's he done in the Prem? Like, do you know what I mean? It's a mad one.
I think they're in shit, but I was going to say then something about Spurs. Imagine if they won the Champions League and then got relegated.
We were saying this on Friday, I think.
But even Forest, imagine Forest won the Europa League and then got relegated. They'll be playing in the Champions League
and the Championship.
in the Championship.
Wild.
That must be a first.
That could easy happen this season.
Well, you've got to fancy Villa or Forest for that Europa League.
Well, Villa are gone. How many Villa are gone at the minute?
Teams are left in it.
I mean,
Can't be true, that.
I've hit the bar at the weekend again. I've landed one at the weekend. I've been in a bit of a rich streak of form. I've hit the bar last night. Roma with 3-1 up against Juventus for the sixfold and drew 3-3. And then I hit the bar. I had both teams to score with you, didn't we? Friday night we were doing the show. Yeah, fucking Villa didn't score. Villa
Me and
Wolves.
Josh had one yesterday.
Yeah, the winner up.
Did you get one in yesterday? Yeah.
660.
We almost
nice,
going to do
nice.
both teams to score. Both score no draw, and thank fuck we didn't, because we were waiting on Roma Juventus. Just needed both teams to
Finish
score.
3-all.
Oh god, they scored 93rd
last minute. Yeah. That kill you, lad.
Did you see the goal?
Kill me.
Did you see Juve's goal?
No.
That Conte Sau's volley, left foot.
Kill me. I got up this morning. I thought that was in. I was sweating on the. Who was the other game I was waiting on? Lyon Marseille. Marseille beat
3-2.
Lyon 3-2. I just had both teams to score, I think, in that.
I think that's my bet now, over weekend.
It's a good little bet. It is a good little bet.
6 teams.
Someone's put here, Sir David Beckham is in Iran, cannot get a flight out.
Surely not.
Patriots, can't see that.
Surely not.
What the fuck's he doing here?
Surely
in
not.
Iran? No, he was in Paris at the fashion show, weren't he, the other day? He was in the Paris fashion thing the other day, Bex, with his puffed out puffer face.
Was Brooklyn playing there?
No, he was obviously just doing
Not
a bit of
Brooklyn.
fucking...
Cruise. Sorry. Sorry.
I don't know whether you've seen this. The FA, there's 2 things that are going on at the minute. I'd like to get the chat's feedback on it. The FA are saying they might trial a coach's challenge to VAR, where the coaches get 2 challenges. So it is getting very much like American fucking football, innit?
Don't want to see that.
All right. The other one being Arsene Wenger's in the... I'm sure they said... I'll have to get the country up because it's a bit of a random country. But I'm sure they said Canadian League. Well, basically, is it Canadian League? Yeah, Canadian Premier League. There is no Canadian Premier League to MLS, is it?
It's combined into the MLS, innit? Unless it's some
Saying,
kind of fucking
Arsene Wenger's
championship.
offside system. Have you seen this? Where the player's got to be clear of the defender. I'll send it to you, Noah. So you can put it on.
I don't mind that, though.
Why do I keep going to you? I've sent that to yours. For some bizarre reason.
Don't know why I'm
Just cancel it. Don't think you are.
Yeah,
Yours
I don't
not
mind that, though.
So it's
Like,
saying,
if you look,
obviously,
what
you've
was
got
the
to
one
have
this weekend
separation.
where it had fucking someone's
Burnley.
sleeve was offside?
Burnley's equaliser.
Yeah.
For 4-all.
No.
It was?
It was. They said they've given it as if it's hit Ashley Barnes' arm. To give that as handball. I don't know how they've given that as handball.
There
It
was
wasn't
two, though.
offside.
There was 2, wasn't there? There was 2 disallowed goals for Burnley.
I thought you were on Ashley Barnes' one. Did you?
Ashley Barnes' late equaliser for 4-4. They've given that as handball. VAR's gone in, and I've watched that back, the replay. You can't say conclusively that that's his arm.
Yeah.
And
His
I don't
arms
know,
down at
like,
down at the
it's
side.
his arms, yeah. When you see it back in slow motion, you can't go, definitely hit his arm. I don't know how they've disallowed the goal. Because if you're not sure, you've got to give it. It's only if you're sure that it's not a goal and it's handball that you can't give it. If you're not sure, unless there's, in the rugby, they go, give me a reason to overturn that. I'm going to give a goal, give me a reason to overturn it. Or I'm not giving a goal, give me a reason to not, have I got that wrong?
Yeah.
Well, these cunts are just making it up here. And I say, Burnley are fucked anyway, but 3-0 down, crowd booing, get yourself back into it, find yourself 4-3 down in the 93rd minute and then score. Like, that bit of momentum could just give them something.
The
They
lift
go
they
to
needed,
Everton Tuesday night.
Fucking
Could
hell,
bring a bit of fucking energy into Everton. Everton have been poured at home for them. As it is now, you got to fancy Everton to win. I can't pick up your finger, for some reason. Airdrop.
Don't worry, lad.
So Wenger's offside. I'm not sure about it. I like offside as it is.
Did you see the tweet of the new rules that might be coming in next year with the VAR? So there might be VAR and corners. Don't know. It's just all going to add time on. But then there's like a 10-second limit on throw-ins and goal kicks. So there's some new rules coming in. I'll
Yeah,
try
but they
and
say
find
that
it.
every year. They go, all right, the keeper's only got 6 seconds, and then for 3 weeks
Yeah.
they fucking book everyone, and then after that they go,
They get
fucking
corners.
they
Yeah,
just
there
shit
was
themselves.
fucking the United keeper last week against Everton. Everyone was counting them, and he had it for like 10, 11 seconds at a time. Again, obviously fucking 2-tier refereeing for Man United.
Has anyone watched? Someone just put in there about the Cricket World Cup. I seen.
Don't watch cricket.
A game last night. I think it was Sri Lanka, India, or something. Was it like that? West India, Sri Lanka, India. But I was
on the
not
golf
paying
view,
attention
innit,
to it. Yeah, that's where I was watching it. And then obviously it got turned off for Chelsea Arsenal. But I've not seen it. Someone's saying England are playing in a semi on Thursday. I don't know who the fuck they're playing. I thought they were close to nearly going out,
isn't it? Clue about cricket.
A strange one. Gianni Infantino, the fella, the FIFA guy who gave obviously Trump, who's just nuked the fucking supreme leader of Iran, the FIFA peace fucking trophy a couple of weeks ago before he started setting off fucking World War III. He's come out and said if a player covers his mouth on the pitch now, we should automatically assume he's saying something that's got a racial consequence and he has to be sent off. Every player talks to the other player like that now because they don't want to be lip read or because the cameras are everywhere. So you're just going to start sending anyone off because you go, he's covered his mouth there, he must have said something racist. Yeah. You stupid baldy twat. Fucking fuck off with your fucking corrupt organisation trying to rape and pillage the fucking loyal fans, you baldy amoeba.
See, Mourinho's U-turn, Danny, over the Benfica.
It's not U-turn, he just said if he's found guilty that he's done at Benfica. He's had to say that.
Yeah, he can't not say it. If he's called them what he's alleged to have called them, then he's got to go. Yeah. Because
he's not like come out and
Benfica is biggest player, Eusebio, and all like but there's no. How are you going to prove it?
Yeah, they can't.
You can't. It's one person's word against the other, and actually, you got a boy who cries wolf. You got a boy who's cried wolf an awful lot, Vinicius Junior, and also, I do agree with what Mourinho said. Like if you look at Messi and you look at other players, they have a little bit of class about them. Vinicius rubs the opposition players and opposition fans up the wrong way all the time. Now, obviously, when you do that, people are going to say things to hurt you. People are going to say things. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but they're not just going to shout nice things to you. So, the reality of it is, it's words at the end of the day. And you've seen fucking the old black community up in arms because of Johnny Davidson.
Lad, we're going to have to talk about this, like, some of the stuff from the they done an award ceremony on Saturday.
It, yeah.
What was that?
I don't know, but it was
some award ceremony anyway, and he's basically come out and abused a disabled person.
Like, yeah, he tried to make a joke of it in terms of the way. And look, the problem you've got here is the mad people, Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, whatever. They should have just come out and nipped this right in the bud straight away. Hey, sorry, we fucked up here because of the disease. I seen that Dr. Scholler, one wonder what was or why. You know that stupid race baiter, that fucking Dr. Scholler fucking creature that comes on the telly. And she was having a pop at John Davidson saying he must be racist because he's got that word in his head. How has he got that word in his head? It's like, you just rap about it all. It's in everyone's fucking vocabulary. Django Unchained, 18 million times it uses it. You just call each other it on the down low as a fucking, all right, how are you, boss? What's going on with you? Yes, mate. You know what I mean? So just because he got it in his head, like it's a normal word that it's a word that everybody's aware of. Different if he's a 4-year-old kid, you go, hang on, where's he heard that? He's a fucking 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
And his brain says, don't say that. Like I said to you, when he goes and gets his MBE off the Queen, he shouts at the Queen, fuck the Queen. So, but the Queen just went and kind of
accepted for what it was.
Knew what it was.
Fucking disability.
And these fucking dickheads have got on the victimhood and it's like, to the point where they're saying, and this was the maddest thing I said on Friday, the Guardian, the Guardian, the Woherati's fucking broadsheet spoke about removing him. He should have been removed from the audience. He must have known he was going to do something like this. Why didn't he take himself out? Why didn't he segregate him? And I'm like, hang on a second here.
It's not very liberal,
segregation.
Is it?
What about the segregation that was going on with Rosa Parks and all the stuff in fucking America? Nobody wants segregation in the schools. That's what led to the fucking race problems. So, because it's a disabled person now, we're going to have to sit them in a room out the back in case anyone fucking says anything. Honest to God, there's part of me, I look at them and I think, do you genuinely believe what you're saying? Because you're retarded. If you do, you are an actual retard.
They don't understand Tourette's. Or they're just playing the
don't
victim.
Care.
Or
They
they're
just
playing
want, they're
victim.
going,
Just
it's an
virtue
opportunity.
signalling.
It's an opportunity for me here to further what I see the world view as, because I don't care about the data of it. I don't care. He's disabled. He's called someone a bad word, and we're going. It proves
I'm going
these
to
are
be
all
the first to
racist.
say it, yeah.
It proves these are all racist. It's like you're more racist than anybody. You are the most racist person here. But yeah, I suppose they still get airtime, and again, is sunlight is the best disinfection.
Get the
you know
article
what I mean?
in the Daily Mail.
And do they really care? You know, seeing that other creature, that fucking Femi, been harassing people on trains and taking videos of people, and then doing all videos. And I just go, hopefully there is a kind of ice. If there is ice in this country to come down the track, I don't know where the criminal record you can join up, but look, I'll join. I was going to be here now. I'll join it. I'm happy. And anybody who doesn't want to assimilate in this country, I'm happy to go and round you up with and say, right, get yourselves away then. Pick a country. Pick a country that you want to go to. Which country aligns with your values? Which country what you believe in? Okay, all right, you believe in butting the floor 5 times a day. You don't want to eat this. You don't want to eat that. You want to be able to marry your cousins. No problem. Here's a list of 17 countries you can go to, but this isn't one. Right, don't want to go. Well, you've got to get rid of all that shit in your fucking mind. Then we've got to get rid of all that nonsense in your mind, because you can't live here with that mad stuff going on. If you don't like it, tough shit. All you people out there who, it's not working. We've tried. Look at since 2000, since them Twin Towers come down 2001. Have we got any better? Has there been less chaos in the world? Has there been less madness on the streets? No, I don't think there has. So let's stop fucking about. Let's stop putting empathetic feelings before logical, common sense practices. Common sense isn't common practice in this country, and that is why we are having the problems we're having. If people engaged logic and the brains before their emotions or the feelings, we would be in a lot better position. And hopefully, in my time, I'm going to do everything I can to stand up to these insane people. But it can't just be a small group of us. The numbers clearly are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because I think more and more people are getting fed up with the bullshit. But we've got to, there's not going, the next generation, they mightn't get a chance to do this, because I'm going to show you a bit of data here, and I'll send it over to Noah, from the voting statistics of that Gorton by-election, which were really, really intriguing in terms of who voted for who. So if women could vote...
Can you send me that?
All right. If women...
You can just share.
This one, is it? No, that one. I've got you. Let me get you the airdrop on. That's Josh's intercepting me again. I'll have to read off that to get to it. But basically, if 18 to 50-year-old women could vote, the Green Party would be in at the next election. Like overwhelmingly, they'd have like a majority. Can I just read?
Sorry,
he's not coming on to it.
Are women allowed to vote in China?
I don't know. I've not been to China. I have been to China. I just didn't. It wasn't during an election. I would imagine China's pretty sold up, isn't it? Because you got the fucking People's Republic. I don't think you'd be. So this is the thing in the House of Commons. If only women 18 to 50 could vote, we would have, basically a green landslide. Reform wouldn't get a look in, because obviously liberal thinking women vote a certain way. And they want a progressive, and we want people's feelings there. Fantastic. But when we go to war, we can't, people's feelings and all that, it's got to go out the window, because we're at war. It's like when people are moaning, going, oh yeah, fucking hell. It's like, you're at war. Once you come over the border on 7th of October, everything that happens afterwards, you can't go, oh, sorry, you fucking blew my nan's house up there. It's like, we're at war, mate. What are you on about? Like, yeah, I'm like, don't forget what happened when the Germans started Second World War. Germany got, and rightly or wrongly, they fucking destroyed Germany. And they destroyed it to teach them a lesson, to say, hey, this is 2 world wars we've had with you cunts. You won't be fucking doing any of this again, because look what just happened to fucking Dresden. Look just what's happened in Nuremberg. And they carpet bombed it. Now, loads of civilian lives were lost in that. But you had to teach, the Germans had to be taught a lesson for 2 world wars. And unfortunately, the civilians get caught up in that, because if you don't stop your government doing mad shit, then you're likely to get fucking killed if it kicks off. That's why we've got to oppose some of the things that are going on here, because we'll be the ones sent to defend the country. And it will be like Brexit. It'll just be like, right, you're going? Well, no, I don't want to go. Doesn't matter, you're going or you're going to jail. And you're seeing with Brexit and COVID, the way they had people banging the pots and all that, dead easy to brainwash people. Dead easy to make people fucking hell, we need to fight here. Couple of false flag operations in the UK, fucking couple of, and next minute everyone's behind, a couple of buildings, the fucking shard goes down or something, you go, oh, that's the fucking...
Just got a couple of...
And they're trying to stir the pot with Russia. They're trying to bollocks off to fucking stir... Certainly this Labour government are, because they're backing the Ukrainians.
I seen a stat the other day. Now, they said there was over 1 million soldiers that died in that army. That's got to be fucking bullshit,
Where?
that.
Russia?
Ukraine.
Oh, easy, yeah, easy.
Do you think they have?
Lad, easy.
On both
Easy.
Sides?
Easy. You're over that, well over that.
Do you think?
On both sides?
They're well over that, lad. Have you not seen? Go on the BBC and watch Zero, something Zero, it's called. Basically, they call it the front line, the zero ground. Go and watch that.
All I've seen is
So
fucking
it's people
drones
who've
flying into
deserted
soldiers.
from... Yeah, but it is, because it is that.
But it doesn't, like, those kind of numbers, I would be expecting, like, formations marching against each other and, like, trying to take hold of cities.
No,
You
the
don't
Russians are
All you
sending...
see is drone bombs.
We haven't seen the war because the war's been kept from us because the social media platforms. But you on Telegram and all that, you know, some that are a bit more lax, you can see it. But if you watch this Zero line, which the BBC have done, it's people who've defected from the Russian army, and they're doing interviews and they're telling you what goes on, and then they're showing you like the assault, like the Ukrainian footage of it. They're called meat something, and they all just run. They just get sent, and basically the Russian commanders are walking behind them, and if you come back this way, they shoot you. So they're going, right, you need to go that way. If you don't go that way, you're all getting shot.
It's like Stalingrad.
It's nuts. Watch it. It's called and they're just getting killed. They reckon they're losing like 20, 30,000 soldiers a month.
Really?
The Russians are just going, these are going to run out of bullets, they're going to run out of drones. They just fucking keep sending them.
So why is it kept from the media, though? That's what, like...
It's fucking mad.
What do you mean? Because everything's kept from us. Everything's kept from us to show us, because they don't want you to get... Because they want to prolong this war and prop up Ukraine, we're not seeing the atrocities on both sides, because they don't want people to go, we need to stop the war. Because they're invested in it heavily. They've invested money and fucking their political reputations. The NATO... Starmer's trying to get back to NATO, and the Chinese and the Russians, you know what I mean? And obviously fucking, he wants to be siding with the Chinese, I think. I don't think he's getting fucked off by the Yanks. So the Yanks are just legging him. So he's got to find somebody to come home to. It looks like he's cuddling up to the Chinese, which fits. You know, for me, he's an uber communist, Stalin. I think, you know, the pictures of him as a youngster out in Czechoslovakia in the fucking communist camp. You know, he's not for this country. He's the director of public prosecutions who's gone out and prosecuted our troops for fighting in wars for our country. Pro bono, hasn't even charged money for him, which come out this week. He's a fucking cunt. Absolute cunt. And on the other side of that, I need to caveat that with, look, I'm not saying Donald Trump is the man. And I have to walk you through this. I read this week, and it does get you thinking, okay. So hypothetically, if somebody was accused of having sex with goats by over 30 different people and regularly denied it, but also dropped very public hints about how much he liked to have sex with goats for decades and ran a goat pageant to find the best looking goats and was friends with somebody who got convicted of fucking goats and trafficking goats to friends all over the world who also like to fuck goats, and his name was in the classified Goat Fucker Chronicles 5,000 to 30,000 times, and he wished other goat fuckers well in prison, what do you think the odds are of that person also being a goat fucker?
Very high.
Do you know what I mean? So let's be serious here, and I've got to be careful because I've had news today that the X guys and Musk's guys are fully aware of what's going on, sending more information over to them about getting behind us in terms of the freedom of speech situation we have in the UK at the minute. So that I've had some correspondence back and forth with a couple of people on it. I'm not saying he's going to come out and back us, but also the chains are moving on that because, you know, ours is one of a number of freedom of speech issues in the country. So it would be nice to have Elon's support. And again, his people have kind of iterated that they're going to look into it and have a deeper dive into it. So
really?
Watch this space. Yeah, I'll show you the messages after, which is interesting. But we need to be careful because if we don't protect freedom of speech, then who knows what these mad bastards are going to do? You know, you look at them trying to remove jury trials. You look at them removing, freedom of speech online with the Online Safety Act, and you look at, the cover-up to keep these Muslim votes from, these young, vulnerable girls being trafficked and raped across the country. These aren't people that you can put your trust in. Also, the fact that they're nowhere near the echelons of power on the globe means that who knows if Trump just says, tell you what, we're going to knock you over. You're the next, which he's trying to do subtly, isn't he, with his support of Farage and reform. But obviously Musk's not having that. Musk doesn't think Farage is the man for the job. He thinks he's too weak, and I agree with him. And he looks like he's going to be behind restoring Rupert Lowe, which is going to be fascinating.
It's fascinating.
We've got a long way to go, but also the Green Party madness there in Gorton hopefully wakes everybody up to the problem we've got with this sectarian voting blocks lying dormant within our communities. Stop acting the goat, someone's put. Yeah, look, we don't know, do we? But also, he controls them files. The beauty pageants, you've heard the videos. Listen, I'm not saying he's into the underage ones, but he clearly likes
the Poussey. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just going to go out here, right? I'm going to go out because he has got a weird relationship with his daughter. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out in the files that he's actually was asking for looking like he's.
Is this Trump?
Yeah. There's something. The fact that.
Nah, he's a weirdo.
There's too many mentions of him in there, and he's controlling the flow of it.
Yeah.
Do I think he's a bacon? No. Do I think he's got a penchant for a borderline, just over the line ones? Possibly. But he's a mad cat.
Yeah.
But then, there's loads of people who are, you've seen, I don't know whether you've seen this week, the Prime Minister of Norway, the ex-Prime Minister, decided to top himself, heavily linked to the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Larry Ellison, who's
checked himself into the fucking rehab.
Has resigned from, like loads of people across the world here are resigning from positions of power. Like Larry Ellison's resigned from Harvard because so they're all now, I think they're all getting wind that, look, we're not going to be able to stop these are going to have to unredact these. So you need to fucking start making your arrangements now. We can only hold off the public interest for so long. I think he's gonna have to, because of the weight of it, lower the drawbridge and let the redactions and that out. And I think he's got to. But because if it does transpire, I mean, you've seen the Clintons. I don't know whether you've seen the Clintons. They had to do a deposition.
Fucking weird, didn't he, Bill Clinton?
Well, Hillary goes on first because she's the lawyer, and she's just a fucking lying twat, isn't she? She is a one lying bastard. And think of the Democrats and the left. By the way, I actually thought Hillary was getting in that first Trump-Clinton thing, and obviously Trump seen it off. I stayed up to watch that election because I thought there's no way he's getting in here, Trump, because everyone was saying he's not getting no chance. And he did, he beat her. And I think he beat her because I think most people realised at the time the theories about the amount of suicides near the Clintons is scary. And also the weirdest one is this week, the fella who signed the Clintons and logbook in the White House for Epstein to come in. 17 times Epstein came into Bill Clinton's White House. The fella who signed them in the logbook, the one who's got evidence of it, died. Dropped dead.
Suicide?
Died. Suicided himself. I think he suicided himself. They'll get on this method of suicide. So he'd hung himself. Right? There's no joke. This fella had suicided himself, but he'd hung himself. And he shot himself in the chest, and the gun was 30 yards away. So he hung himself as he's hunging himself, shot himself in the chest, and dropped the gun 30 yards away.
Recoil.
And what is there, like 24 people around the Clintons who've committed suicide? Like I told you, John Podesta, that Anthony Weiner. The Clintons are, I believe, a weird. You've got the Mina Arkansas, where the cocaine was getting dropped in to fund the Contras, the narco thing. There's the full thing done about that. The Netflix documentary. That was Bill Clinton's state. He was the governor of Arkansas. Bill's got why's Bill got a blue dress on? They've taken the painting of Bill in a blue dress. Oh, he often gets in jacuzzis. Why was Ghislaine Maxwell at your wedding? Oh, she came as the +1. Hang on a second here. You're in the American government trying to become the first female president. Your husband's been the president of America, and you've got your only daughter getting married, and you do not know every single person at that wedding. Shut the fuck up. Fucking lying bitch. Absolute lying bastard. She stood there point blank and told porky pies and set the scene for Bill, who then went in, and they'll stonewall him. I haven't seen it. I'm going to watch both of them live, the depositions live, because Hillary loses her head. Nancy Mace gets under Hillary's skin, and she's meant to lose her mind and lower the mask a little bit. But she's cool, calm, calculated, because she's a fucking
experienced, didn't it?
Hillary Rodman Clinton.
Why hasn't Britain got that for our fucking politicians? Just go and have them stand and fucking explain themselves for what they've done.
Well, it got that heavy for them that they had to. They've had to because it got that heavy for them. They were subpoenaed, weren't they? So in the end, they've had to because it's that heavy. But like, think of how deep this web goes. If these are the people this fellow was interacting with, he's clearly been an intelligence agent. Bill Clinton allegedly in his deposition has confirmed that Epstein worked for the US government. Mm-hmm. So he's obviously lots of them agents, secret agents, double agents, are fucking flipping both sides. Maxwell, a dad, Ghislaine Maxwell's our fella, was Mossad. He's buried, fucking falls off the back of the yacht, allegedly for not doing as he was told. Falls off the back of the yacht for trying to go solo. They then take him and bury him on the Mount of Olives in fucking Jerusalem. Well, he's a Hungarian. He's a Hungarian. Why? Because he's been there, man. So his daughter, and are you telling me his daughter's moseying round, going to fucking Balmoral, going on shooting next with the Queen? And are you telling me she's not a British asset? Are you telling me she's not MI5 or MI6? And she might have been a double agent, but she might have been in because Epstein's clearly an intelligent. So are you telling she's the brains in there? She has to be. She has to be. The fact that she's still alive, the fact that she's been done for sex trafficking, but to nobody, and the fact that Trump's going, fucking sad situation for her. It's like, she's a fucking wrong'un. She's been killing kids and fucking and there's been sympathy towards her. You know, allegedly, I don't know whether, but it looks based on these files. You know, Joe Rogan saw the other day, 600 fucking litres of sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
Where after the first time they come on top, so whatever they've had on that island or whatever they've buried, they've fucking got rid of. Who knows what they've been doing?
Subhuman, I'd say non-human.
Well, you've probably had massages with happy endings. You know, that there's a clientele for a massage with an happy ending. There's a clientele for an underage one, and there's a clientele for killing them and doing fucking Hunger Games type things, like vampire stuff, clearly. Yeah. And it's been, right, what do we need to do here? What do we need to do to get the compromising information on these people? We've videoed them here. You've had the guy, Jez Staley, the one who the other picture of him doing that, who's the Barclays bank guy. He's also come under the heat because he's messaging Epstein about this Snow White, and they think they've worked out who she was. This one, fucking nuts, lad. And these are the movers and shakers on the planet. Though this isn't just like a load of nonsense in a fucking council flat in fucking Glasgow. These are like billionaires and world movers, president. You know, Eve Mubarak, Israeli prime minister. Like, this is, and we don't know what they've done, but we know this Epstein sat at the centre of it, and
right,
you know, he's got access to the royals.
Surely there's some fucking whiz kid who could hack into all the files and just bring them to light.
Yeah, if you do that, look what happened to Julian Assange or Edward Snowden. You do that. If you release stuff they don't want out, you become a target of them, and you have to go to Russia, or we can't go to Venezuela anymore. You have to go to Russia, or you have to go in and hide in an embassy, because they just go, oh yeah, you're fucking with the Americans, are you? Right, you're getting fucked. Because they're the world police. If they say you've done wrong, you've done wrong. Now, the problem you've got is, and think about Dubai, you've got a lot of the old grafterinos, haven't you? The old encroacher fucking who thought, I'll go out to Dubai in large portion it. What are you going to do now? Where are you going to go now? Because if the Americans fucking, if that kicks off there, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be in jail in the UK than in the middle of a Middle Eastern fucking war zone with fucking missiles going off.
Some come out and said he wants it done in 5 weeks, was it? Or 5 months?
5 weeks. He reckons it'll be 4 to 5 weeks, he said.
But even that's a fucking long time to be in.
Surely go heavy then.
Yeah, so that was the guy. Arkansas cops rule out suicide of Clinton aide linked to Jeffrey Epstein, who was found shot and tied to a tree with an electrical cord around his neck, despite no sign of a weapon, and it was passed off as suicide. He was found with a gunshot wound to his chest and an extension cord tied around his neck and attached to a tree, but they ruled it a suicide.
Fuck me.
So this was the guy who signed Epstein into the White House.
Who was signed that a suicide?
His name's Mark Middleton, Bill Clinton's special advisor, who signed Jeffrey Epstein into the White House several times, killed himself in May 2022.
Killed himself?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously they're going, right, house of cards in it, right, we need to do a clean-up operation here. And as I say, when I seen that Hillary Clinton there and I seen the way she talked, and I just thought, oh, you are a piece of shit. Don't forget, the internet keeps the receipts. So then all the videos came out of Bill. I am telling you, I have had no sexual relations with that woman. And he's looking down at Fingo, and then big round of applause and walks off. It's just like, wow, this is nuts.
Madness.
Even watch the way Hillary Clinton ends the interview with the press. She just controls it. They ask her a mad question, and she finishes, oh, she was a +1, and just walks off, and like applauding it. I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
Now, she could have been the first ever lady president of America. Like, it was touch and go. And if she'd have been that, they'd have got away with it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known about this.
No.
They'd have fucking buried these Epstein files. They'd have been gone. You would not have known that. It'd have all been Comet Pizza, Tin and Feedy.
Still be happening.
Well, if it wasn't for Elon Musk and buying Twitter, I'm not sure we'd even fucking know. You know, because I don't think fucking Mark Zucker nonsense Potter will be letting Facebook do that. And obviously, you know, all the Jack Dorsey in Twitter beforehand was clearly getting told by the FBI what could and couldn't go on his platform. You know, if it wasn't for Musk, you'd be struggling. This was interesting as well. So obviously Ghislaine Maxwell was put to Hillary, and she, you know, passed it off as a +1, even though she said, oh, I've met her several times, but she basically, I don't know these cunts, I'd never heard them. And then they found that Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein had been at the King of Morocco's wedding with Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. Hillary wasn't there. And then Ghislaine Maxwell had been on vacation with Chelsea Clinton. So this isn't your daughter. You've only got one daughter. You're the Clinton family. You're trying to be president and former presidents. Your daughter's going away with some English lady. Are you telling me they haven't vetted it and they don't know absolutely? Fucking drop me out. And Bill's been getting fucking oilies at that fucking old Epstein Island. And so they were pictured together, vacationed on a private yacht in 2009. Bear in mind, Epstein was caught for skullduggery in 2008. So you tell me Hillary Clinton doesn't know her one and only daughter is on a private yacht with Jeffrey Epstein's fucking madam. Fucking drop me out.
I know.
They've known. And again, they'll have been using it, going, oh yeah, we've got Senator here. Oh yeah, he's been fucking sucking donkeys off in Epstein Island here. I've got video of him. Right, silly plums, you best vote this way. Otherwise, we're going to put that video of you wanking goats off on the internet. What's he going to do? He's fucking, you know what I mean? So that's how they get them.
Yeah,
they just get you doing something.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there was a big thing that's with the Russiagate with Trump, was they reckon that they had, that Trump had visited Moscow, trying to get Trump hotel built in Moscow. This is all allegedly, Donald, because no, you legit just don't come for me. I'm a fan of yours, even though I have to critique here for balance. Just translating it back to our followers. And allegedly in Moscow, we had a couple of ladies of the night in his hotel room who were doing the old water sportos. And that was the thing, that he'd been videoed doing it, and that's why he's so pro-Russia.
Oh, right.
That Putin's got the videos of him getting a golden shower. Donald's partial to a golden shower. Which might be in the Epstein. That might be why he's trying to keep it out. Because, listen, if it says, look, there's an 18 or 19-year-old give Donald a massage and then took a big hot steamy piss on him, it would make you think differently about it, wouldn't it? Yeah. You'd go, ooh. You know, the orange would have a different meaning. His orange skin, you'd go, ooh, different meaning. So it's a strange old fucking situation. And anyway, Ghislaine Maxwell was then with a Clinton Foundation donor, Ted Wyatt, who's a billionaire who was famous for building a computer company. So this is what you're talking about here. These people have unlimited resources, unlimited money. You know, Epstein allegedly was just dropping 20 and 30 grand or 50, 60, 70, 80 grand. If anything came on top, he was just going to because the kids were all from poor families. Yeah, there's 80 grand. You've had the wank off your daughter, she's 15, there's 80 grand. And people were like, poor, you just got, what are you going to do? Can't take them on because the president's his mate. The president fires on his plane. So I'm not going to win that. I'll just get disappeared. So I might as well take the 80 grand. So it's fucking heavy duty stuff.
Related to that, did you see
the problem we've got is our royal family's all over it. They're all over it. They've paid 12 million quid to one of the fingers to hush it. Yeah. So our royal family's all over it. And I'm just, I can't see how he puts Andrew in jail. I can't see how the king runs his own brother through the court system and jails him. Because for me, you've got to do it to keep the left and the people who, you need to fair. You need to, no one's above the law. But on the other side of that, do you think Bin Salman would fucking prosecute his own brother in Saudi? I don't think he would.
No
Do
chance.
you think Trump, Putin had fucking put one of his own men in fucking jail in, what the fuck? His brother, what the fuck? So you're not really the king. If you are truly the king, and you should be saying to Andrew now, hey, settle yourself down, lad. I'm the fucking king of this country. Get behind them castle walls. Settle yourself down. You've only blasted the 17-year-old. It's legal in this country at 16. What else have you done? And if he confesses to, a few more 16 or 17-year-olds, then I think the king could go, listen, nothing's happening to you. If he has been doing madness with even younger, then, the king, he's not, he should still be, as the king, able to go, no, you're not doing anything to him. He's my brother. He's a wrong un.
Or
I'll
just
deal
give him
with
the
it.
lighter sentence.
I'll
They'll give him
deal
like
with
a
it.
fucking
He's my
2 year
brother. I'm the
suspended
king. I'll
sentence.
deal with it.
They'll give him a suspended sentence and then you just don't never see him again.
Well, the worst thing about it is Sarah Ferguson, that fucking bint, that wrong un, has been, after he's been convicted of being a nonce, Epstein.
Oh, great game.
Game on.
He's a good player, this Dutch.
She's been sending him messages saying to Epstein, will you marry me, and asking for money and bringing me daughters out. She's on a shagging holiday, and then she's disappeared. How are these people, how are we not getting these people like the Yanks are, sitting them down and saying, right, you best tell us what you know now or your fucking feet aren't going to touch the ground here.
Yeah.
So they already know. Are you telling me that he hasn't had to confess to Prince Charles or King or the Queen? Andrew's had to, are you telling me he hasn't? They've gone, listen, you need to fucking tell us the truth here. What have you been up to? So he's either not told them the truth, and that says that our intelligence services are shit, because they'll have been with him at every step of the junction. So they've been absolutely either turned a blind eye to it, or they've been aware of what's going on.
And how many people it could
and
implicate.
knowing how it moves and shakes in the world, and going, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think they operate at that level where we are just cattle, we're just sheep to them. They'll do what they want to us. They'll send us to war. Three cousins, Victoria's 3 grandsons at the first dinner party, started the First World War, didn't like each other, so everyone goes and dies for them. So they're just like, yeah, these are disposable. We don't, and actually, do you know what? They're all noisy cunts now. They've all got video cameras and they're all wanting to hold us accountable. Fuck them, let's get rid of them. Give them vaccines, get rid of them. Let's fucking start wars, get rid of them. Because I think we are now, because we're all connected to the internet, we've all got video recorders on us. We are now a problem to them. I think they will, if you're in the Epstein files, all these billionaires, you can see why they want a pandemic and create this lab-leaked virus that kills everybody. And they go, right, we've reset now, enough people have forgot.
Yeah.
Right, we can get back to doing what we were doing.
Fucking hell. That is sinister, isn't it, if you're thinking about it that way, yeah.
But Bill Gates has come out and had to admit he's coughed for 2 Russian brasses, so they're the ones who've got him on, because he had the dose off them. Imagine what else he's been up to.
Reducing human population.
Well, yeah, let's all eat fucking mosquito burgers. Whatever he was trying to push on people. But again, you're dealing with like little dweeb like that.
Yeah.
Don't forget. And this has been missed. Keir Starmer's first couple of weeks in fucking office. Larry Fink, BlackRock, and fucking Bill Gates. They were in Downing Street. So this Bill Gates has got loads of questions to answer. The fact that Melinda Gates has divorced him for 87 billion says what he was up to. She's got wind of what he was up to and gone, I'm stepping away from this. And if you watch her answers, she's emptied them in the last presser she's give, because she said, listen, you need to speak to Bill about this. He's got questions to answer, because they've been at it. Now, Bill Gates is still walking around a free man. Andrew Mountbatten, yeah, but...
Mandelson.
Well, they're all walking around.
He got arrested and then released in a day later.
And he got arrested because someone leaked to the police that he was thinking about going to the Cayman Islands or the British Virgin Islands and not getting them back. It's like, what are you on? Yeah. Fucking, it's bizarre. It is bizarre. But I tell you what, if you fucking tweet something a little bit emotionally, you'll get to jail. But you Edwards, you fucking do all what they're doing, all the power brokers. And then that little cabal, they'll all protect each other. It's insane. When you think, Larry Summers it was, not Larry, what was I saying? Larry Summers. So he's the former chief economist of the World Bank, former president of Harvard University, former Treasury Secretary for Clinton, National Economic Council for Obama, former board member of OpenAI. He's resigned from Harvard due to the Epstein files. So these are the biggest people hitters in the world, like massive hitters, not like big hitters, like the people who dictate what goes on in the world. And they've all been caught in the trap. The Israelis... for me, it's got to be the Israelis have got to be behind it. Who else can set up on that island? I mean, the CIA must be involved in it. There's no way the Americans are letting that go on
Where
letting
actually
their
was-
president go there.
Where actually was the island? Is it like
It's in the Caribbean,
Hawaii,
isn't it?
Caribbean?
Yeah, it's not far from Haiti. So that's why, remember all the things in Haiti, and the Clinton Foundation was big in Haiti, and all kids
yeah,
going
for
missing
kids.
in Haiti.
Fucking hell.
And just getting, so this, and Ghislaine Maxwell was trying to do this thing for taking care of the ocean, this philanthropic fucking endeavour,
Yeah.
and learn to drive submarines and all that. They've been taking these kids on submarines to that island,
Jesus
and the kids
Christ,
are being
fucking
getting
hell.
disappeared. I don't know what they've been doing to them. I don't like, but like this is as fucking heavy as you've ever seen. And the problem you've got is members of the royal family have been their hands are all over it. The rich and famous and the powerful, their hands are all over it. And I don't think if they let it out, you could see a fucking global revolution. People just toppling like rich and powerful people. And I'll level with you. Hey, I'm all for this. I'm all for it. I think the world needs to be shaken up. And if they've been eating kids and fucking killing kids and doing mad stuff to kids for fucking shits and giggles, you know, pretty much playing a real life version of the Hunger Games, then these people should be held accountable, and there should never be the opportunity for them to do it again. Ever.
Was Epstein Jewish?
Yeah, I think, well,
So he's
his
Jewish,
name, isn't
man?
it? Epstein. He's got a couple of names in between that, and he's linked or he's related to some heavy hitters in the Jewish resistance. I did take a picture of it, but I've got too many pictures to find it. It was fucking months ago.
Did you just catch the Old Firm derby at the weekend? Or
I
see the
didn't. I
highlights?
seen the goal.
We're
See
golfing, weren't we?
Chimiti's goal?
Peckerad was waiting on Rangers for 15 son,
Oh,
and he missed the pen twice, didn't he? And then scored.
scored the rebound.
In the last, yeah.
So Ted Watt, who was Maxwell's fella at the time, was founder of Gateway Computers, but has he been? I think he's been nicked then for skullduggery in the aftermath.
Skullduggery.
I thought Rangers would win the game. I don't know why. I had a feeling Rangers would win it, but that's just the best result ever for Hearts, isn't it? Hearts. Did they beat Aberdeen at home at the weekend, and then the Old Firm gives them like a 6 points.
Oh, good save.
Is it a 6 points advantage or?
Back to 6 points now, yeah. But
So-
even Motherwell have crept up, haven't he? Motherwell have gone on a Maisie as well, and they're only 10 points behind Hearts with them all to play each other again.
Oh yeah. So just going back to the Maxwell one, that's it. Epstein's 2008 plea deal made him a convicted sex offender. After that, 2009, Chelsea vacationed on the yacht with Maxwell. All right. 2010, Maxwell attended Chelsea's wedding with that Ted Watt. 2013, Maxwell was honoured at the Clinton Global Initiative for their Terramar Ocean Works, which was actually given an award. And think, it's fucking insane that she says, "Oh, I hardly met her." You give her an award at the Clinton Foundation. She was given an award.
Just
What do you mean?
blatantly lying. She
Just lying. But also, I don't get why people don't just go,
You're lying."
fucking lying. Shut up, you little cunt, you're lying. Tell the fucking truth, or I'm going to stick these electrodes to you. That was also interesting in terms of the Muslim voting patterns, where it says Muslims in every country, whether it was Germany, Denmark, France, UK, Belgium, Netherlands, always vote on the left. Always end up voting on the left.
because they're weak.
And then, as they've done in Iran, they'll get themselves in on the left there. They'll use that Trojan horse to get
And then
themselves in,
fucking
and then
get
it'll be
rid.
like, right, everyone's Islamic now. This is an Islamic country. I mean, I don't think you'll get it here. But
Fucking
also,
hell, lad.
if we keep sleepwalking where we are,
It'll come
we
close.
fucking
People
will.
back in Iran, like.
It's not just that. I'm going to send you this now, because have you seen the shakeout of the actual vote in Gorton and Denton? It votes along. I sent that to you there. The
Put this
Sky
on?
News actually put the graphic up. All right. So when we're saying it's sectarian voting, it's fucking Muslim bloc voting, it's an ethnic battle, and democracy as we know it could be over. Look at the Gorton and Denton split.
Do you want me to put this on?
Yeah, you got it there. So you got percentage of residents who belong to an ethnic minority group. Obviously, one side of the votes comes from one side of the population, because you know they are political with their voting patterns, because they've got a bigger ideology at play, which is an invasion. They're taking back over. You know, they're finishing the job that the Moors fucking started.
Yeah, there it's on telly now.
So
what actually is
just to pivot a little bit, I don't know whether you've seen my favourite women's footballer, Megan Rapinoe. My least favourite women's footballer, Megan Rapinoe, was obviously doing a podcast this week and got into the nitty-gritty of it, of the US ice hockey and Trump. You know, you've seen the US ice hockey women's and men's teams and won golds, and the men's team went and spent time with Trump, and the women's team didn't because of something he said on a phone call to the men's team fella. They got up in arms and got the knickers in a twist and never turned up. And Rapinoe's come out and said about the US hockey players, in their utter moment of glory, they ruined it for themselves because they were co-opted by a clown, and now they look like clowns. You're the clown. You are the clown. You asked for equal pay for women footballers against male footballers. Only a clown, a fucking real clown, would say that. And also, Jack Hughes will be remembered in America as a sporting hero. The iconic tooth knocked out 50 years before they win the gold in the skate and beating Canada. What will you be remembered for, Megan? Moaning all the fucking time, dyeing your hair, virtue signaling narcissist who fucking misses penalties, blazes pens over and starts laughing. And the fucking audacity of people like her in terms of to critique somebody who, whether you agree with what he's done, he's just won gold for the Olympics in a sport that is a bit niche in America compared to it being Canada's national game. And instead of just ignoring it, you have to make it about you, you fucking stupid bint, all the time about you. And by the way, she looks like Eminem and fucking some crackhead have had a kid. Like, she's a fucking moose. Absolute moose of the highest order. And the sooner fucking people like her are just irrelevant for it. Like, she is the classic virtue signaling sports star. Like, she doesn't believe in anything, but will say and do everything to make herself the victim, to make herself centre of the engagement, as she's done here with the ice hockey. What's it got to do with you, whether they go and see Trump or not? Like, you're a footballer, an ex-footballer. What the fucking hell's it got to do with you? Fucking stupid bitch. Sorry, but I just don't like her. I don't know whether you've picked that up. I don't like her. Yeah, I'll have one. Right, I'm going to get on the chat in a bit because to
be fair, it's been going wild.
And I'll get on the chat.
Shit.
I want to talk about Liverpool coming out as the team who spent the most wages in.
Come on, say the facts.
Well, this is what's come out.
Why?
Well, the bonus is attached to it.
Because we won the Premier League.
Bonus attached, but he's always going about like that. You do it differently, and you don't maybe spend the money that other teams spend.
We give bonuses out for winning the Premier League. That's the reason why we are top. It's just, it's a goal. It's a goal. Where's the goal?
Oh, it's in, yeah, 3-1. That's Birmingham just getting the momentum.
So much better to watch, you know, than the Prem.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about the VAR bollocks here now.
Someone's just asked then, it's a mad thing.
It's inbox put in here. Lads, have you seen Jim Carrey? Has he been bumped off? I don't know. Someone's coming out saying it's a mask.
And it's a joke or something, that fella, but I don't think that's real. It looks like AI to me.
So you got a strange thing happening here because he's been outspoken, hasn't he? He's been very outspoken, Jim Carrey.
Against like the elites.
Against the elites, lots of it. He also, if you ever remember, he done the Truman Show. He was the star of the Truman Show, which is
He was.
Bit of a strange one, isn't it? It's like something watching over us, and it's like a TV. He's the set star of the show, and it's kind of like a false world they live in. And he has been really, really outspoken in some controversial issues. I haven't seen him actually speak. I've seen the pictures of him, and he does look a bit puffy in the face. But then I seen someone come out today, and I don't know where to wind up, saying, "Oh no, he's a prosthetic expert, and he was the guy in the mask."
I don't know how true it is, though.
So I don't know what's going on.
There's someone saying it is a prank. It's an impersonator.
So it's not him. Someone
it does look like him so much. It's scary how like you could fucking fake someone's face like that. But you can kind of tell it's not him. I'm sure he had different eye colour. Yeah,
I haven't heard him speak. I just seen the picture and I thought, wow, he looks
weird.
like something's gone on there.
Looked like he'd had loads of surgery, didn't he?
But has Jim Carrey come out and said it's not him, or
not yet? No.
Does anybody know who it is?
People were saying he'd been cloned and all that, and fucking this isn't really Jim Carrey, which it obviously weren't. But freaky, proper freaky.
Yeah, and I don't know whether you've seen this week. And this is another strange thing, going back to Charlie Saucy Joe's Someone put in, it was a funny thing in the tweet. Imagine telling the Crusaders that their king's heir would one day prepare food for Muslims during Ramadan, because there was a thing of Camilla and Charles preparing dates for for people to break the fast. And it is a strange one, isn't it? Because I don't think you'd see Ayatollah Khomeini handing out Holy Communion for getting ready for the Christians on fucking Easter. So it's a strange one. Yeah. And I do think Charles is captured. I don't know what they've got on him. And there's the big thing coming up down the track that they reckon we've got an Epstein sitting here, haven't we, waiting to go off in this country, which is Mohammed Al-Fayed. So there's Mohammed Al-Fayed, the former owner of Fulham, Michael Jackson's mate, Diana, Princess Diana, who was with his son, when she allegedly she was pregnant at Dodi Fayed when she died in the tunnel. And they reckon that what's gone on there with Al-Fayed is as heavy as the Epstein stuff.
God.
So where does that go? Is that going to go into our government and movers and shakers? We haven't heard fucking much about that. We haven't heard anything about it, really, have we?
That's the first I heard about it.
And that leads me into what happened in the City Leeds game. Did you see it? So obviously, City have got some Muslim players, Cherky and Marmouche, etc. And the game was stopped for the Muslims to break the fast. And the Leeds fans started booing it. And, I completely agree with them. They should boo it. Mark Gay gets criticised for writing and punished for writing Jesus, I love Jesus. Football has, for a long time, been told that religious symbolism and all that shouldn't be part of it. And why are you into... So are we going to just like... Easter, just stop games? Because we play Good Friday and we play Bank Holiday Monday. The old Catholicos say, stop the game, I need to get Holy Communion for 10 minutes here. Like, no. And in their religion, if you're a sportsman, it gives you dispensation not to break your fast earlier, or it's not by the law that you have to, if you're an athlete, you can break your fast earlier because you're an Islamic athlete. Yeah. So I genuinely believe it's like when they all start praying, it's just a show of force. This is just about another inch. Look what we've got you doing now. You better get a prayer room in Wembley. We need a prayer room there, if you don't. So all of it is just inch by inch by inch by inch, seeing how long they can push it before the British person is getting boiled like a frog. And how long is it going to be before we wake up and we just say, look, unfortunately, we're a Christian country, and that's where we're going. Now, you can practice your religions here because we've got freedom of religion, but as soon as you start fucking trying to take over, you're trying to fucking get clanny, your permission to stay here is revoked. And until we start fucking treating them with... because you encourage what you tolerate, until we start fucking no longer tolerating it. And we stop fucking pussyfooting around it, because it's only going to lead to further problems in the country. We need a leader to come in, and the leaders need to be crystal clear. And crystal clear is none of that bollocks here. Any of that bollocks here, you're off.
Well said.
Yeah.
It was strange.
Fuck them.
There's been Pep's obviously come out and gone a bit mad.
Well, Pep is paid by the Abu Dhabi, who obviously in he's a Catalan, So I don't mind the fact that he's speaking out and he's got that opinion and all that. But I'm also like, this is England. Like, you're an athlete. I'm telling you now, the same fellas who were breaking the fast will be in the fucking lappies. Telling you. Think nothing. I'm very religious. Yeah, until I'm fucking out with the lads and I fucking need to get myself. I've seen them operate. Yeah. Now I'm not saying everyone's a hypocrite, but loads are. And also, if it was that important to you, don't play. If your religion's that important to you and you want to follow your fast and all that, don't play. Because you shouldn't. Jonathan Edwards, the famous fucking Christian triple jumper, wouldn't compete on a Sunday because he believed in it that way. He went, no, it's day of rest, I'm not competing. So if you actually believe what you're telling everyone to fucking believe, don't play. My religion's that important. It's a holy day. I can't play. We have to stop the fucking game. Our game gets interrupted. And that pushes that nonsense on it. And then when people who've paid to watch the spectacle, to be entertained, show their discontent, people are labelling them. It's like, no, we don't want... What the fuck's it got to do with us? We're not a Muslim fucking country. Fucking cheeky bastards, honest to God. Every fucking time. They could, like, Pep could come out there and say, do you know what? Game shouldn't be stopped there. What happens if a player gets injured, you stop the game and someone fucking picks up an injury? He'd be out moaning going, that's because they stopped the game now. But because he wants a virtue signal at the minute and because his paymasters are fucking aligned with that, he can come out and say, you know, what he said, which is fairly, you know, I can see his logic. He's got to support his players and all that, but we can't be interrupting games for religious festivals. If your religion's that important to you, then don't play in a fucking game. Fucking stopping the game for fucking someone to fucking do stupid man in the sky fucking nonsense pottery. I've pretty much covered up.
This has actually been a great game, by the
It
way.
has been a good game.
Yeah.
Championship. Honestly, it's so much better than watching the Premier League.
Last 10 games in the Championship are always fucking boss, aren't they? What about Millwall? Look like they're going to
It's tight.
take it all away, yeah?
Yeah, that's all me notes that I had to talk to you about. All me, I think I've covered it. Oh, apart from Arnie Slot, my last one there, saying the Premier League is no longer a joy to watch, which you were saying.
I've said that
because
for a while.
of the set pieces he's saying, because every team's so dependent on set plays. He's put the new reality at the top of football in England with games increasingly stop-start due to a greater focus on the dead ball situations. First of all, you have to accept it, he said. I think it's mainly here in the Premier League. It's the new reality. If I watch other leagues, I don't think there's so much emphasis on set plays. If I watch an Eredivisie game, I see goals being disallowed and fouls on goalkeepers being given. And I'm like, wow, there's a big difference. Obviously, yeah. You can obviously hit the goalkeeper about, and we're seeing there's a lot more. Recently used to touch the goalie, it was a foul. There seems to be like a Royal Rumble every like the refs have almost
that Arsenal match.
Yesterday,
so do you think that this is the thing about it, when you look at the great teams, you go, what's this Arsenal team going to be remembered for?
All the punters I've seen are saying they're going to be the worst title winning team ever, and
there's no such
I
thing.
have to agree.
There's no such thing.
No, there is.
There's not.
There is.
It's not.
There is.
There's no such thing. If you win the title, you can't be the worst.
Fair play for winning the title, not the worst.
It's an oxymoron. The
But
champions, they're the worst champions.
You can be like with that's shown the least quality of all the champions. Like
who were actually good to watch though?
City, when you got fucking Centurions, could be the best. Like there's an argument for the being the best and the worst champions. Like Leicester could be one of the worst that win the league. I know what you're saying. They're unbelievable, but Arsenal aren't.
I don't think there's a bad thing as the.
I know what you mean. Like the champions, you can't say the shit. I don't think that's what they're saying. It's just the way they're doing it is the worst that I've ever seen a champion win.
Just would you mention Slot in the Eredivisie? Did you see Raheem Sterling's debut?
I get
you. He'd never played
so bad.
Like he'd never played before.
Well, he'd have been leathering the balloons, and he'd want to be living his life right while he's been on the bomb squad. He's been in the bomb squad there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, he's been.
Why is he fucked off to the? Why is he just retire?
I seen Jack Grealish coming out and trying to defend him. Jack Grealish was going.
He's saying he hasn't played for months, has he, or something?
But he hasn't. But also, you don't forget how to play footy, do you? I mean, he didn't look like he moved correctly. I think he's toasting. He can't sit that long.
Why not just retire?
But what?
You can't, because still
stay that
get a wage. So why would you?
He must be mega milled off now.
Oh, he's had plenty, hasn't he? Yeah.
How old is he? Like 31 or something.
He started young, didn't he? He was young, Raheem, but he was young. Like, did Liverpool take him about 15 or 16 out of QPR?
But you'd think if you're in the bomb squad, you'd think you'd still be training.
31.
You'd think you'd still be training well, eating well, thinking, I'll go to a Newcastle or I'll go to a Spurs.
Raheem Sterling, once he lost his pace, he's got no fucking technical ability, has he? So once his legs went, once he's not quick, he's shit, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our fucking dinner ladies in school are as good a footballers technically as Raheem fucking Sterling. Yeah. He was just fucking grease lightning and strong with it. But he was crap technically. He's shit.
Yeah.
He's actually disgusting technically. Like Pep made him better because Pep said just sprint in there dead quick
in the 6-yard box,
slide into the net with it.
Yeah. And he still missed a good few of them.
Like I can't. There's never any point I've watched Raheem Sterling for fucking he's a good player ever. Yeah. Now, he's better than you. Like, Raheem Sterling, cack. If Raheem Sterling wasn't fast, Raheem Sterling isn't fucking technically even playing in a football league. He's not getting a game in. He's not getting a professional contract if he was average speed. But obviously he was quick as fuck. But with never any. I remember City signed him, and you were like, "Fucking hell, I think Liverpool done well there." To be fair, Pep got another fucking gear out of him, didn't he? I think he just took all the nonsense out of him and just said, you just assess that space. But like, even when he played for England and that, there was never any time you thought, fucking hell, this fella's gonna... There was one time he's probably the best player for England, but England were that shit. It wasn't like he was good. But like, yeah, never... even when he goes in one-on-one, he's like he's not going to score. Talking a goal scored.
The ball's like 5 sizes too big for him.
Did anybody see the first goal ever scored by someone's arsehole at the weekend?
Tierno Barry.
Tierno Barry has scored a goal with his bumhole.
If he would have been on his feet, he would have missed it.
yeah. The Newcastle player would have been probably better leaving him at a shot. Just talking of fucking sitters. Gakpo, did you see Gakpo sit against West Ham?
I haven't seen a replay. I was at the game and it looked...
Yeah,
it looked bad.
But
it looked high.
Yeah.
That is a sitter. For a Premier League player.
Yeah, Beto missed a bad one as well.
I haven't seen it, yeah. When he said backside, I thought it'd be in your hair.
To be fair to Moyes, he's gone square pegs and square holes. I was criticising him. I watched the game Saturday. Everton were solid in terms of... But he's gone Illiman Diaye left, McNeil on the right, 5 in the midfield, Garner back in the middle of the park, O'Brien back to right back, a left back at left back, Branthwaite to centre half. It's like, fucking
More
well done,
team,
David. Like, he's gone with Beto up the top.
Yeah.
By the way, Newcastle were poor, and Everton scored at great times, you know what I mean? Scored a good goal off the corner, and then Newcastle scored straight away. Popey throws one in, doesn't he? How he's dropped that side. Because if he dropped it anywhere else, Trippier would not get it. And then, obviously, fucking the Barry one.
Yeah.
Where, it would have been a pen probably without it.
Dewsbury always put it on a play for him, man.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think on Pickford's save?
I think he should have saved it.
Thank you. God.
I think it's classic Pickford. He wants to make it look better than what it was. It was a hell of a save because it's a great volley.
It's the power.
It's lovely for him. It's perfect to do a big camera
right
save.
In the middle of the goal, and he should save it. If he doesn't save that, he's getting questioned because he's tipped it on the bar, which it's a good save. But it's not a great save. I don't think it's a good save, and he should save it.
Yeah, he should make
it. The
it.
power is ridiculous. He's caught it so sweet, but it's in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, I think he should have saved. It's a hell of a save, but he should. If it goes in there, as you say, disappointed. I think it's classic Pickford, in it. Like, he's made up to do them big. That's him, and he's a Macha Mini, so he'd have been buzzing because it's obviously saved them from it.
I think that's a fair year on the bounce. Beat them there though.
Do you know what? They're in a pickle. Newcastle, he's gonna cost them massively. Those 2 strikers he signed, because I watched that Walter Maeda the other day. Carline's Rummenigge was right. He's fucking crap for the money they've paid. Walter Maeda, he's crap.
I don't think I've watched him live.
I'm watching him, and he's trying to play in a 10.
Is he? Yeah.
And he can't play it. And I'm going,
6 fucking 5.
Yeah, but we're playing 4-5-1 Everton, so you got to hold him midfield at Everton.
I think that's poor for maybe Howe playing him there.
No, honest to God, he doesn't know.
Yeah. This
lad does not know how to play the position.
So why is Eddie Howe playing him there?
I don't know.
Because I could see that from here that he wouldn't be good based on his fucking build anyway. Like, never mind his technical ability.
Him and Visser's on the...
He's just trying to squeeze them both in.
Yeah, so he's bought him, Visser. So you bought Walter Maeda, Visser and Alanga, right? And it hasn't worked.
No,
so you lose your head on that.
I do like Visser, to be fair. I think he's still getting fit, so...
Doesn't matter. You lose, if they don't click, you lose your head. As a manager, you live and die on your recruitment. And as great as Eddie's done, he's got to be careful. I don't think they will, but he's got to be careful because... It happened to, as good as Eddie's been there, and he has been good, it happened to at Bournemouth. As soon as he started spending money at Bournemouth, they got worse. People forget he got them relegated. He left before the end. But it was his signings that eventually fucking dragged them down because he bought shit. He bought bad players. And at Newcastle, he's done the same.
Would you say Gordon at Liverpool? No.
Over Gakpo? Off the left?
It's been touted on it, 100 mil.
Not for that.
Plenty Gordon?
No,
not for 100
That's what you'd have to pay, yeah.
100 million?
Yeah,
that's what you'd have to play, lad, yeah.
No, then.
You
wouldn't have more than 50 mil, not for 100 mil, no.
It's here. It's out. They've released the footage. I'll be there's my...
Hillary Clinton.
I'll be going through that. Because I like watching their eyes and the facial movements and everything. When I'm like, I fucking know he's lying. I fucking know he's lying. Give me a blinks. I want to, in case I play poker against you, give me a blinks. I want to know your fucking selves. But I'm looking forward to that. That will be my bedtime viewing to see how Hillary handles the questions and what they ask her. I don't know. But it's obviously the other people who are asking the question. So by all accounts,
Some
it's
of the
that
questions-
national
Who's on the
that.
panel? Who's the blonde bird, the blonde American bird?
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, she's out
Would she
after
be on
Trump.
it?
She's been getting after Trump, even though she was supporting Trump for 6 years because of the Epstein files. Saying,
Yeah.
"Hang on a second, dear, you said they were coming out." And as I say, if someone likes goats and you're hanging out with people who got, like, you go, something not right there, and he also snapped up and hoovered up all them beauty pageants, and you're like, his big mate. If you watch that, the Apprentice is the mad lawyer, who was the gay fella, the lawyer. Cohen, was he? Something Cohen.
I don't know.
He was the gay lawyer who wasn't out as gay at the time, but was prosecuting everybody under the McCarthy regime for being gay as a gay man. Lad, he was a fucking, and that was Trump's. He introduced Trump into this kind of world that he's in now, and obviously, what's his name? Something.
What is it? Trump's what? Trump
Cohen.
gay.
Trump. Just put the Apprentice. Is it Cohen? Something. Just put Cohen. Just put Cohen.
Roy Cohen.
Roy Cohen.
Roy Cohen.
Get on him, lad.
Him?
Yeah. He was like a special assistant to the Attorney General. I remember when you had all the Russian thing of the Cold War, when you had McCarthy and all, like it was all communists were getting put and asked all questions because it was fucking like a bit of a witch hunt. Well, he was getting after people who were gay. This fella,
He died of AIDS.
prosecuting them, right, and died of AIDS. But Trump ungrounded him. He introduced Trump to everybody, movers and shakers. If you watch that Apprentice, as soon as he had AIDS and that, Trump just legged him, and he was he was gutted because like he'd done so much for him, even though he was a bad man. Him, that Cohen.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah,
Andy,
you'll see it. What is on Twitter?
the Hillary Clinton thing you've just seen, is that on Twitter?
Yeah, that's what I've just seen it there. Yeah,
Twitter,
well,
yeah,
someone,
it's on Twitter.
Benny Johnson just put a break in. She throws a meltdown.
Will it be on YouTube? Like the full thing he's asking?
I don't know. It's the Benny Johnson's put it on there, so that's just a clip off it. He's
search it on
obviously got his
Twitter.
own thing
If you
on there.
search fucking Hillary Clinton on Twitter now, you'll
Yeah,
be able
that'll be
to watch
live.
it all.
If they'll be picking it up from somewhere. You might have to go on the US fucking set, like Congress or something like that to get it, but it'll be there. I'll find it. The Brits. Did anyone see the Brits at the weekend?
Did I fuck?
Just like footy, innit? The music industry and any fucking or the sports industry, it's just been fucking.
Politicised?
What's that?
Heavily politicised?
They're just being infiltrated by the woke, innit? So nothing's real anymore.
I know.
Well, Sam Fender, I only turned it on and I've seen Jack White always doing the comparing. And then he done Song of the Year, Sam Fender, Olivia Dean won it with that Rain Me In.
Great tune.
And then I seen like a few of the people and I was just like, oh, this is just a woke fest, a woke fest.
Like anything else, what's now in front of a camera? Just being infiltrated by the woke.
Woke is dead. Michael Cohen, no, it was Roy Cohen. Someone's put Michael Cohen, it was Roy Cohen. The BAFTAs were funnier with the Tourette's guy. Someone's put in the chat. I mean, they shouldn't have really, like the BBC, one of the people who got an award shouted in the Free Palestine or something, and the BBC edited that out.
Did he, yeah?
But
At the BAFTAs?
At the BAFTAs.
Yeah.
So, but they left the Johnny Davidson stuff in.
Almost
so
hang
I'm
on to
going,
dry.
actually, have they done the right thing here? Because have they done the right thing to raise the conversation about it? Because obviously the movie's there. So if they left it in so that we are talking about it and the reaction to it, so it's like a kind of benchmark to see where everyone's at.
Yeah.
So people are criticising the BBC, saying they should have bleeped it out. And I'm like, well, hang on a second. Like, it's actually stimulated the conversation and it's got people talking about it. So would it have been the right thing to bleep it out?
Was it in
I don't think it
Manchester?
Brits? No, the Brits
They've
was.
announced it for the
Brits was.
Brits.
That's the BAFTAs we're on about. The BAFTAs and the Brits.
Sorry, yeah.
The BAFTAs is the actors, the British actors.
Yeah.
The Brits is the British music, isn't it? So yeah, it's a strange one because they could have bleeped it out or silenced it, and we would never have known. But then, would it have got the conversation going, and would it have allowed us to see the idiocracy of some of these people who just want to be the eternal victim? We were like, wow. It's like, hang on, fella's got this disability, you fucking idiot. Yeah, and then Luke Littler and Angry Ginger were on the Brit Awards.
Someone just
People saying in the chat here.
Yeah, someone just put it in the chat.
I think did he present an award or something? I seen the clip or something.
I
but
don't think he should be
didn't watch it all.
presenting more to him after what I'm hearing about him with the
Watch yourself.
with the allegations of people in phoning people in Blackpool and all that. You know what I mean? All fans of pubes.
1-0 Getafe, Madrid still. Madrid are getting beat.
Oh, I haven't touched them. I haven't gone anywhere near them.
Have you had a go tonight?
No. I hit the bar, as I say,
Full
last
fixtures
night.
tomorrow,
So
weren't there?
I seen that, so I'm just keeping me
Stay fresh for that.
keeping me ammunition, keeping me bullets ready for the big week. There's a big week, isn't it, on in the FA Cup at the weekend. I don't know whether we're going to do the Friday show, lads. I'm going to go up to Newcastle. I haven't been back since I
Watch the footy.
since I left. I haven't been back to St James's, so I'm going to go be there Saturday for Man City, Newcastle, two of my former clubs.
Nice. Saturday.
Saturday.
So can't you do the Friday show? You're going to go up Friday night?
I might go Friday night.
Yeah.
Saturday. So yeah, it's a strange one in terms of Abu Dhabi Muslims own one of my former teams and Saudi Arabia Muslims own the other team. So
And you've been invited up.
Watch yourself.
so I don't really know. I don't know which Shia or Sunni fucking Muslim. I don't know who I'm supporting here. And also I'm like, oh, they won't blow the stadium up. Donald Trump won't nuke the stadium, will he? Fucking hell.
So that's what I mean about Dubai. Like, to get back to it, it's Iran who attacking Dubai, though, aren't they? Even though that's a
Because they've
Muslim
got American
area.
military bases. So this is whether they've just fired it because thinking now the panic, all them Gulf states are going, you need to fucking stop this because they're bombing us.
Yeah.
They're not firing the missiles back at Israel or America. They're firing it at the other countries. So whether they're trying to do it to put pressure on them, and obviously they'll all have interests in the Gulf states, won't they? There'll be investments in hotels or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they're trying to. It could be quite smart from the Iranians because you build that much political pressure that it stops the Americans, but also it could backfire on them in terms of all them countries then turn on Iran.
Yeah.
Iran might argue, well, you fucking got US military bases, so you fucking turned on us anyway.
Yeah.
So, but the problem you've got is it's a massive country, Iran. Like there's a lot of people there. It's not Iraq or fucking Afghanistan. It's way bigger, way more complex. And look at the mess that they've left in them places. So, you know, we could get and look what we've ended up with, the invasion we've ended up from, the chaos that the American foreign policy's caused in the world. You know, I don't really think it's the fucking way forward. Like, and I'm not necessarily sure that it's the smartest thing that they've done here. Because unless they end this conflict pretty quick, you know, 4 or 5 weeks, this rumbles on for another 2 or 3 years. Like, think of the state of the world as it is already.
Well, that's Dubai gone to fuck, hasn't it? They don't want bombs going off there, all the fucking real estate and all that there.
What's happened here? Someone's put I seen Noel was at the Brit Awards. Someone put, did you see Noel having his picture with Labour MPs? What a traitor. Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll have to fucking text him. Has he sold us out? He's New Labour, weren't he, with Tony Blair and all that? Noel anyway, he was part of that New Labour wave. Surely he won't be stupid enough to get pictured with them fucking fuckers at the minute.
Keep it doing.
Oh, go on, lad. Go all the way. What are you doing, man? What's he give handball?
What's the goalie doing, Tom?
What's he give handball? What's he give?
Hey, back in, you're a goal, man.
To be fair, he's done ever so well. What's he give, a foul?
I don't think it was a foul, was it? He gave handball.
Handball,
Well, it's not deliberate, though, is it? It's probably the right decision, and
Keepers
a yellow card.
mad, aren't he?
He's done the right thing there, though. Someone's having a go at me because I have an eye on my top here, saying I need to get someone.
Fresh, that?
Just banged it on before.
Is it new, though?
I had to do my community rehabilitation, didn't I? So I was doing a bit of painting today. My re-education programme.
Should we get Joe some vloggers community service chat?
No, there's nothing. There's
Would
nothing
anyone
to
be
vlog
interested
about
to
it.
see that?
No. There's nothing to vlog about it. We are getting into the final stages here. This is what we expected. Goals and Middlesbrough win.
Yeah. Well,
Birmingham.
I think Middlesbrough had lost the last 6 games at St Andrews, but under the new manager now, they're looking like probably the
They've
favourites
settled
to
in,
come
haven't
up.
they? Yeah, they've settled in. I can't pick the second team in terms of. I do think Borough will go. Coventry, Millwall, Hull. Like, there's a good little scrapping.
Ipswich.
Looking forward to the playoffs like this year.
Yeah, it's a tight league again. It always ends up being a good league, the champs, doesn't it?
Do you reckon Wrexham can sneak in there?
Wrexham are going well, lad. Yeah, forgot about Wrexham. Southampton since fucking Will Stilton's fucked off. Southampton have picked back
Yeah.
up.
Seen Watford's picked up under the...
Derby
the
under John
other,
Eustace are going well.
What happened to
Yeah.
them Brews, Josh?
What's that?
What happened to them Brews?
He must have got sidetracked.
Oh,
Preston.
The teas?
Preston were going well
I
and
couldn't
fell
find
away.
tea bags.
They're on the top. Oh well, don't worry.
It's too late now.
At the bottom, Leicester going down. 10 years ago,
Yeah.
champions,
Champions, yeah.
and now
Champions League.
Quarterfinals.
West Brom and Blackburn down the bottom there as well. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
Yeah, West Brom are fucked.
Tell you what, League One next year is going to be lively. Some big sides in League One there by them going down. Someone's put Iran is mountainous. You can't invade it. That's what we were saying before. The topography doesn't allow an invasion. But what happens if they just drop the fucking ordnance on it? Do you know what I mean? It's I don't think they need ground troops anymore to win wars, especially with the fucking fighter jets and the aircraft carriers them fuckers have got.
That's the fucking fifth person I've seen says I look like Ian Rush. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but
We
I
are
don't-
against the Islamic
think
Republic,
I
not
do.
the Iranian people. Yeah, that we're against the Islamic Caliphate that's currently running rampant. Not just the people who are under its umbrella or people who are captured by it. I think it'd be interesting to see what happens. Iran for all my lifetime has been under Islamic control. People of an older generation can remember it being a bit of a different country, entirely. When you look at the pictures and you see, it looks like a really westernized country. So was Lebanon, by the way. Some say Egypt was the same as well. Egypt was Christian, Cop Christian or something. So it doesn't take long.
Couple of decades.
And I'm more worried about us. We've got more chance of becoming the next fucking Islamic fucking republic than fucking Iran. I think we're fucking, especially with these fuckers in power at the minute. Like, we've already got a load of...
That's the thing, innit? They're just Labour are never going to stand another term. And like me and Noah were watching it the other day, we were having a cup of tea in my Mars, and it was like, why are they making such a big deal out of this fucking Gorton thing about the Greens getting in? But it'll be the same, the mainstream media. All right, look, Labour are gone, they're dusted. How are we going to keep control next? It's got to be, they're not going to go for Labour again. Let's do whatever we can to...
Well, they're not voting for. They're not going with Labour because Labour haven't stopped the Israeli ammunition and the airplanes going from Cyprus and doing recce's for it. Like, our military have been helping Israel out in the conflict. So the Muslim bloc here are fuming because Labour have been with them and have supported Israel. Not supported, but haven't condemned Israel enough for them.
Yeah.
So and then the Greens have gone in and gone, they've condemned it. The Tit Whisperers condemned it.
Yeah.
So they've gone, right, we're with
They're the
Jews
ones
now.
for
Fuck
us,
them,
yeah.
we're with Jews. And that's what they did. And then they've got nowhere to go after that. So they've got to get their power now on this because they're not going to flip back to Labour. They were using Labour to get where they needed to get to.
Yeah.
But obviously, because of what's happened in the Middle East, they've had to fucking change horse midway. So they're now going to use this vehicle to get it. And again, it's going to be interesting because there is lots of places where they are, they are the powerful voting bloc, and they do vote en masse. So Labour have been quick to realise we need these to get in positions of power. Like, you look at Jess Phillips, that pig, horse-faced fucking ferret features, women's safety garden fucking minister or whatever. Well, she only got her seat. She held her seat by less than 1,000, and she's in spin bowler central. So she's toast. Wes Streeton, another one. The fella who was called Peter Mandelson, what a guy.
Yeah.
Who's an uphill gardener in the Labour fucking thing, who's making moves to get near the
front benches in here.
Well, he's going to lose his seat because he was in there's loads of Labour, the ones who are, that's why she's not taking the grooming gangs on and not getting after it. Because if she does, she loses that Muslim vote and she's toast because she got through by the skin of her teeth. And by the way, there's some skin on them because have you seen the size of her fucking teeth? Fucking teeth like fucking red rum. But yeah, they're all, this is the whole reason these grooming gang scandals are being hidden because
they'll lose the seats.
They'll lose the seats.
Yeah.
And
also, the wages going to 110 grand next year.
Or they're ignoring it
so
to keep that vote, to go, fucking hell, I need that vote to get in. So I'm just going to ignore the fact that, they were saying, they went through the numbers the other day, basically proportion, say 3.7% of the population, and yet X amount of the rapes are committed, like 14%. It's just like disproportionate numbers. I only know that because Loki was on, and we were back and forth, and I know he's on Piers Morgan, and they were talking about how they believe that this grooming gang thing is something that is sent to distract us and turn us against each other and force us to, you know, not focus on what the elites are doing and focus on, you know, the tribalism. And it's like, no, I don't think it is, you know. I think it's like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is a political fucking psyop. This is something that has been going on an industrial scale. You know, we talked to Raj about that, didn't we, Friday?
Yeah.
And he's talking about how deeply rooted and how organised this is. This isn't just a load of nonsense.
Yeah.
Getting horny and fucking
It's
grabbing
been
kids.
decades going.
But
Yeah.
this is industrialised.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like right across the country where it's like all coordinating with each other. And again, the only reason, like, there was 11 cousins with one girl, Josh.
Yeah.
So we're cousins, right? So if I phoned you and went, say, by the way, got this 15-year-old here, come, you'd be like, I thought, what? You fucking what? You wouldn't be phoning your other cousin and your other cousin, like, that shows, like, the fact that no one's gone, you're a
The level of
fucking wrong.
darkness to it, yeah.
It means it's been okay. Then the only reason it can be okay, they go, says in here, this is sad. Says I can do this. And you're getting, like, it's that level of fucking, it's mad when you think of it. Like, people are going and doing this with, like, the dads. It's
Yeah.
bizarre.
And
Bizarre.
also, when they're getting nicked for it, it's just getting fucking brushed under the carpet.
No, other people know what's going on in the community and they turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
So they know what's going on. They're going, fucking hell, well, fair, the slags,
Yeah.
fuck them. Or they're just ignoring it. They're not, like, phoning up and going, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
these are picking these kids up from this nurse no more. These are picking, you know,
Yeah.
these are staff. Like, no, they're not.
Applying them with drugs and
Yeah,
fucking...
so turning the
bevies and
blind
that.
eye to it is as bad as ignoring it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, sorry, as bad as fucking
Doing it.
doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like, if you see something going on like that and you just decide to
Right.
fucking stay stum,
Yeah.
you're as bad for me.
Yeah.
Or if not worse. If not worse, you could do something about it. Fucking phone people. Anyway, fuck
Yeah,
them.
the game's coming to an end here. We've
Yeah,
had a
go
lot
on.
of new people in tonight, it seems. So yeah, we are live every Monday. Anyone new in here? We do this every Monday from 7:30. But yeah, it's nice to see. Hell,
The fancy league, we're still
Yeah,
being,
we've-
we're still being
we've
doing
half
it,
got
haven't we?
Yeah,
Or have we just
we've still been
neglected that?
doing it.
Have we been on top of that?
I
That's
don't
right.
even know.
whoever's top of our league, they must be flying.
Have
You
they
know,
been
'cause there's a
getting
few
the monthly win
thousand.
now?
I've been giving them the monthlies.
So every month we tweet it out and we say to DM the Common Sense podcast, and they just don't DM. So
So there's a rollover then?
what can I do? What can you do?
Nothing you can do, is there?
So there's a
No.
rollover.
But you're
it's got
doing
to
it
roll
every
There's
over.
month,
money
though,
there
yeah.
to be won every month.
They've got to roll over until someone wins it, surely.
I am shit at the minute.
Yeah, you don't
Honestly,
do your
I
team.
forgot my team again.
You
I
can't
had
say
Joe
you're shit
Pedro
at it
as
if you don't
captain.
do it.
I just keep forgetting. I forget.
Josh is up there though, isn't he? But
Do you know why? Because
on it
I
every day.
try and lead it as
Oh,
late
well,
as I
I'm
can
bad
to make
for
a
it.
decision.
Yeah. Do you know
You are
what?
meant to, but
So
if it's your
You've
year,
got a
it's your
chance this year, haven't you?
I've got a chance this year, yeah.
I'm shit,
third.
aren't I?
I've had a bit of a touch, to be fair. Like, one of the lads who used to go to school with, Mitch, he runs a proper FPL Twitter account and all that. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers. And he started drinking in our locals, so I'm getting the
Lowdown off him.
ITK off him
Cheating
every week.
cheating.
Listen, get what you need to get to the top of that. I just forget
telling you.
all the fucking time. I
I've
go,
got like 100 points off.
Friday night game and I'm like, miles away, lad. Yeah. Always, every single year I do it. Every single year. Right, last five minutes here. We got the game's about to finish. Do you want to get your questions in? Now I'm on the chat here, so anything you want to ask me, fire in. I'll just rattle through as
Loads
many
of
as I can.
newcomers tonight as
So
well.
many,
You
yeah.
see them all saying they're enjoying
Look,
the podcast.
Yeah, if
first
you could
time,
all, anyone new here,
Every
please
week
do
we're here.
subscribe and like the live before you leave. Would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, we are here every Monday. We usually do a Friday show where you can come in and speak to us on the phone to Joe. But we don't know if we're doing it this week because Joe might be going to watch the footy.
So
but
see
we'll
that on the top there, where it's like the thing and it's got 1.3k. Is that who's in the chat now?
Yeah.
Wow, they're good numbers. Them, they're going up because when we first started, we were like 700 and 800.
Constantly.
That's
Constantly
changing.
growing. There was
It's
about
good
1900
growth.
in before.
I didn't even see it. Didn't even see the number there. Good. Well, it's
We definitely share that one on YouTube, but there's no doubt about it. People have said this to me and to you that they've stopped getting notifications
Yeah.
when we're going live and stuff and the videos are going out. It's just...
It's just the world.
when
we're
you're
up
talking
against.
about
It's
stuff
just the
like
world
we
we're in,
are,
innit?
it just that is the way it is. So if you could share it, subscribe, you can even put your notifications on for when we're going live. Remember, there's a new video out. But yeah, we do appreciate all the support. We have got a membership option in the YouTube, and it's a $5 a month. But then you get added to our private Telegram chat where we talk about a lot of the stuff that we're talking about tonight.
Daily.
Every
and
day.
also I talk about some of the stuff
That, yeah.
I couldn't talk about because fucking Keir Starmer's Gestapo be fucking chapping me door
Yeah.
again.
So if you want to come into the private Telegram where Joe's in there, we're all in there. We and there's a load of good lads in there. We talk about a lot of stuff. It's a $5 a month on the YouTube membership, and then there's a link in there to join the Telegram. So please come in and join.
It also lets us see your questions on the
Yeah, you
on
do.
the
Yeah,
chat
you get a
as well.
nice green little thing.
yeah, your chat pops up there.
So yeah, I appreciate all the support from everyone.
Yeah, and even Jamie Ash is saying there, I never get notifications. I do genuinely think we've been shadow banned. Obviously, the topics
No
we're
doubt
talking
about
about,
it. No doubt about it.
they're definitely going to be monitoring me. I think they'll definitely be monitoring me. But it is what it is. Look, it's fucking global news. It should be spoken about. It's important that we do converse. And as I say, my job here is to basically communicate what I'm finding out in the world and trying to put it back to you. You know, we did start out as a football podcast, there's just been a game on in the background here. But as you can see, we don't do massive amounts of football unless it's intertwined with it. We do talk about all the topics if something mad's happened in football and try and catch up on the events from all the games. But the problem you've got is the world's that fucking mad at the minute. I mean, we're basically in World War III. What are we meant to do? Yeah. So listen, thanks for your support. It is greatly appreciated. The community's building nicely. We're only going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger because obviously more and more people are getting switched on to what's going on around them and feeling disenfranchised with, mainstream people. We're the least, like, everyone's selling something to you or nobody can say what they really feel because sponsors in the background or, like, we've got no sponsors. I don't think anyone has sponsored us. Like, we've had a few offers of sponsorship, but they haven't been the right corporations, gambling companies, stuff like that. And I'm like, look, we like a little bet, but I don't want to be saying to you, go and pump with these. Not for me. We're building our community in an organic way of people who are thinking people, logical people. Not saying we all necessarily agree. And if you join our Friday night show, from the callers, you'll see people don't agree with us, but actually through the power of conversation, you can find, respect for each other's position. And that's what we want to get going, good conversations and hopefully, allow people the space to get off the chest what they're seeing in the world and what they're feeling. And as I say, it's a privilege and a pleasure to do it. Although sometimes I end up in the fucking deepest corners of the fucking internet or of my own mind doing it, or of courtrooms. So yeah, look, thanks for your support. We won't be here Friday. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at the Newcastle City game, but we shall be back Monday. I don't know whether we've got a Premier League game Monday. No, but it's FA Cup, isn't it? We'll have an FA Cup draw, won't we, Monday, probably?
Yeah.
Monday. Usually an FA Cup game Monday. And a draw.
It is West Ham versus Brentford.
So we got a...
Kicks off at 7:30 now.
Yes.
So we might have to start a bit earlier there.
We'll start at 7. So thanks for joining us. That's 10 o'clock now. Let you all...